could happen to you? What could happen to you? I'm not really quite sure, but something could happen to you. Now let's say that something is playing a visual novel. Oh my god, yes, I know. Horrifying, absolute terror filling your body. But don't worry, this one story was actually not horrendous and terrible. It's got enough weirdness and fun bits of style here and there to kind of keep you enthralled. And on top of it having a pretty solid little story to it, it's also just not well known, or at least doesn't seem to be that well known. It's got like 3 user reviews on Steam, and I could not find a video about this game at all. So maybe there's a good chance you haven't heard of this game and you're in for a new narrative alongside me. Anyways, let's not waste no time. Let's jump right into this before I start spoiling stuff. Let's ride. Ooh, what the hell? Alright y'all, welcome to It Could Happen to You. This one was a recommendation, so shout out to you. And I guess I'm gonna press somewhere to be gazed on by these dark entities. Alright, put me in here, coach. Let's work. This game is better played in a dark room and with headphones on. Oh shit, I gotta turn my light off. Wait. Okay, so it's a work of fiction. Hold up, I gotta turn my shit off. Alright y'all, turn off your lights. Unless it's like the morning and then I don't know, get some blackout curtains or some shit. Me gonna get a little comfy, don't play with me. Let's fucking work, dude. Let's tap in, let's have us a little cozy session. Let me see what this game has to offer me, these dark entities. I hope at the end of this there's a grand dance scene and them busting it down, but let me not waste my time with my theories and hopes. This story began one regular morning like any other. You had taken a few vacation days from work to visit some friends in the countryside. Okay, so I'm escaping the city life, the bustle and hustle of it. Now where exactly is the bus I need to catch? I'm sorry, is it not this right in front of me? Ah. That's the bus I have. Am I fucking stupid? This Dora-ass interaction, are you kidding me? Do you see the bus I need to interact? Big fat fucking bus taking up 80% of my visual opticness, my seeing. That okay, I'm making too big a deal out of this. Apart from the driver, there appeared to be no one else inside. I was about to be like, where are my friends? I have short-term memory loss. I'm going to see my friends, right? Alright, let's get in here. Fuck. Is he blinking? Oh my god. I've never had an interaction with someone where I'm looking at him and they just keep fucking closing his eyes. He looks so happy when he closes his eyes. Dude, this guy's the most gleeful, joyous, blissful person I've ever seen in my life. And he's got such a wonderfully polished, bald head. I just wanna smack it. I wanna palm that shit. I wanna reach in there and grab it. The driver greeted you with a warm welcome and a friendly smile. Good morning. Hey man, how you doing? Excuse me, could you pay for the ticket now? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, my bad, sure. You handed over the ticket fare to the driver. It was surprisingly cheap. All good. Please head inside and take a seat. As you are the only passenger today, we can leave now, a little ahead of schedule. Oh, I'm legit the only that's crazy. I thought, maybe someone else was gonna get on here with me. It's just me and him? Fuck, dude, me and him, we're gonna be locked in by the time this bus ride is over. And if I can help you with anything else, just let me know. Alright, man, you're pretty sweet. Now let's chirp some more. Is there anything else I can help you with? Why aren't there any more passengers? Well, this route wasn't exactly known for its popularity to begin with. And I suppose people now have other reasons to avoid visiting that place. What? What place? I thought I was just visiting the countryside. You're talking about it like I'm going to Silent Hill. But I have already said too much, and it's getting late. Please take a seat in the back so we...
What?
I'm sorry. He went from being such a fun, silly little guy to... I've said too much. It's getting late. We gotta go. Is there something about this world I don't know about yet? Hold on, no, let's chirp some more. How long will the trip take? Oh, not too much. Not too much. Okay, I'm already, and you know what? Nah, I'm gonna let it slide. But you're getting on my nerves, ball boy. And you better steer fucking clear. We'll get there in a few hours. Just take a seat. Take a sit and relax. I'm gonna freak out. Who did the translations? I'll give you a heads up when we arrive. Alright, what's this last dialogue option? We're all set to go. Just settle in and enjoy the ride. Alright, man. Wow. That's a bus seat, alright. It felt a bit weird to have the entire bus all to yourself, but you made yourself comfortable nonetheless. As soon as you stepped inside, the bus began to move.
So, I was wondering, what brings you to travel to that place?
Again, why are we beating around the fucking bush? Is this place Voldemort? Can he not speak about it?
The place that shall not be named.
Where are you taking me? He's taking me to Mordor or some bullshit. He's taking me to some malicious ass location. It was your cousin's wedding. Your entire family was there celebrating the occasion. Why are they celebrating the occasion? In the 9th layer of hell. Just putting that out there. Why are we doing that? Among your loved ones, there were old family friends like Carlos, who you barely remembered from your childhood. At one point during the party, you noticed Carlos approaching you. You know, that might be one of the more stereotypical looking Carloses I could have imagined. Hey, what's up, bro?
I'm so glad to see you. Last time you were just a little kid. How are you doing these days?
I'm great.
Glad to hear. You look quite happy. I hadn't seen you smile so much since you were running on the fields of our village. You know what? You should come to visit us someday. Maybe we could even use your help with something.
Help with what?
You see, there's been...
Who the fuck is this guy?
Dear, I was just looking for you. Do you know my wife Amelia, right?
I guess.
Come on.
I guess it needs to be a bit more feminine then.
Come on, they're going to give a speech.
You know what? Nah, I'm just going to give her some funky little country voice.
Well, it was a pleasure to see you. Remember what I told you.
This is a weird grouping of individuals. Also, his wife is just... Why is she giving me the rock eyebrow? She seems so shady. Everybody just seems shady. What is going on? Visiting the countryside sounds nice. Oh, that's why I'm visiting? That one interaction? Yeah?
Well, I'm not sure if you've chosen the best moment to come here considering everything that's going
Again, bro. Can we stop beating around the bush?
Anyway, here we are.
The place looked deserted, and the fog was so thick that nothing could be seen. Holy shit, it's Silent Hill. Where the hell am I? Oh, God.
Yeah, this is your destination. We've arrived. What else do you need? Please be quick. I'm in a hurry.
Dude, he's trying to get the fuck out of here. He's trying to bounce. He's gonna leave me in the 9th layer of hell and bounce. Where am I exactly?
To the destination that you said on your ticket, of course. Why are you so surprised? I have a schedule to fill, friend. I'd appreciate it if you leave the bus so I can go to the next stop. What else do you need?
You mentioned something going on?
Listen, I think it's better if someone from around here tells you more. All I want is to drive to my next stop.
Wow.
Good. Now please step out of the bus. I want to drive away from here as soon as I can.
Yo. Take me with you. Let's fucking leave. I'm changing my mind. Are you insane? And the location is just somewhere. How do I not know where I'm at? I had the ticket. I bought it. The bus swiftly departed after you stepped out, as if the driver had an urge to flee. He did. He told us. Why is the dialogue acting like we don't know that? To make the matters worse, the wind was freezing. And then, from within the veil of fog, a figure appeared, making its way towards you. Oh, it's Carlos.
You've made it right on schedule. Let's get moving. Everybody is eager to meet you.
What do you mean by everybody? The driver said no. Okay, maybe I don't open with that yet. What do you mean by everybody?
Well, the locals from the village, naturally. Since we rarely have outsiders visiting, they were keen on meeting you. And they hard.
What? They hard? They're hard? Are they bricked up? All the villagers are fucking... Look me in my eyes, man. Are the villagers rock solid? I don't like the way you're dodging my questions. Alright.
They heard you were going to help us out, so they wanted to say thanks in person.
Help you with what, exactly?
Oh, with the dying cattle, of course. Did I not mention that at the wedding?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, my apologies. Don't worry, we won't burden you too much with this.
Also, how the fuck am I gonna help him with the dying cattle? Am I an expert in this field? Or are they gonna sacrifice me to their fucking harvest god so they can get more cattle? I feel like the latter is more likely.
But he would be really thankful if you could lend a hand with that while you're here.
Damn, you got some crazy big fucking hands. Oh my god. Alright, Carlos. Jesus, man.
One never knows, you might catch something us old-timers didn't. We should start moving before we freeze out here.
It's a bit of a what? Yeah, why are you not wearing a jacket? Oh, he's not wearing a jacket because him and all the villagers were bricked up before they came here, right? Because they were shooting ropes in the cult-like building they have here. They're all posted up in a yellow deli, bricked up, beaten off to nothing but ham and salami. You followed Carlos closely through the thick fog. It felt like a miracle you didn't get lost along the way. Oh my god, it's
the Yellow Deli.
And eventually, you arrived at the village. There were only a few old houses, most of which were in pretty rough condition. Do they need like a Walmart out here? Tell me that wouldn't go hard.
I am done doing the business of Sam Walton.
Also, I haven't commented on it yet, but I'm liking these really passive tracks in the background. They're very solid. This was the home of Carlos and Amelia. Oh, I forgot he had that freaky country wife. She's gonna come out here and be like, are you frying chicken out here, boy? And be like, no, I'm taking a piss, lady, I'm sorry. The last time you were here, you were just a little kid. Everything seemed larger and more dazzling. You could glimpse lights and shadows through the windows. There were quite a few people inside, and yet no sounds of laughter. That's not a good sign. They're having a nightmare blunt rotation in there. I'm gonna walk in and everybody's gonna be geeked off their ass. There was a door that led to a small shed. Something smelled really bad inside, but you couldn't see what it was since the door was locked.
A few days ago, I found another of my cows dead, so I locked it in there. You can check it out later if you want. Let's first say hello to everybody in the house, alright?
Dude, I don't like these people. The vibe here is like, I don't know, obviously there would be no story if I had a choice here, because I would have fucking got on the bus with bro and left and been like, what the fuck's going on there? Why are you tripping so hard about this place? The moment you stepped inside, a sudden wave of relief washed over you, as if the walls of the house offered protection from an indescribable malevolence. Inside the house, several people were present, and the atmosphere was filled with tension. Everybody appeared deeply concerned.
Hello everyone, this is my guest from the city that I mentioned to you before.
God willing, this young one will help us in understanding what's going on.
I already made it clear to you what's happening, but you stubborn doubters keep refusing to hear me out. Now, let's all calm down, folks. Our guest hasn't heard about the situation. I apologize for our neighbor's behavior. We are all anxious, so please bear with us.
What's going on?
You see, we've experienced a string of cattle deaths recently, a few each night. Initially, we assumed it might be the actions of wild animals, but go straight to the point, woman. The damn cows didn't have a drop of blood on their bodies. There's no way wolves could do that.
Damn, they sucking them dry? Oh my god, they poking them in with that fucking slurpy double gulp straw. Hell no, okay, I could deal with this. I'm experienced, actually. I've seen this before.
Lucas is right. These are not ordinary attacks. Until now, the incidents have solely focused on cattle. We have never witnessed anything like this before, so they could escalate. For your own safety, it's better if you avoid wandering too far on your own.
Wow. The town is 4 people? Bullshit, it's 2 people who live in the middle of, 2 families that live in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Oh, Jesus, these people, there's gonna be a fucking problem with these people. The inside of the house had witnessed better days, though it was in better condition than the exterior. What's up, old man? I wanna hear the, oh shit, alright. I wanna hear the extremist side of this.
Finally, someone with a brain. By the way, my name is Lucas, and I'm not a hillbilly like these folks.
Yeah? Have you seen yourself?
Back on the day, I was a train driver on the city, but I moved to this village when my wife passed away. Hopefully you'll be able to convince these closed-minded old crocs about what's really going on here. Let's move on to your next question, shall we?
Dude, the translations are fucking me up here, man. What's really going on?
I don't think anyone has the full picture, but I do know that we're dealing with more than mere cattle deaths. I often take walks late at night, and since the attack started, I've been noticing these odd, unsettling lights in the sky.
Do you think it's aliens?
Right after sunset and just before daybreak.
Oh, come on.
Not your ghost stories again, Lucas. This is not time for scary stories. It's serious. It's serious thing we're dealing here.
It's like such broken English that's happening right now.
See, no one believes me. If you doubt my words, go ask Francisco Clement. He's seen them too. Let's move on to your next question, shall we?
Well, have you seen anything strange?
You bet I've seen it. Have you even laid eyes on any of those animal bodies? It's unnatural. I'd rather not go into detail about it. Let's change the subject.
Why are you so... Yeah, what? Why are you so pissed off?
Everybody in this damn village thinks I'm nuts. He should be here, corroborating my story. What kind of friend leaves his mate alone?
Okay, so you want me to go talk to Clement or some shit?
It's not as if I had any other pressing matters than to respond to your questions.
Okay, well, I'll come back later.
I'll be right here.
Alright, what's up, old bag? What you got to say to me?
Nice to meet you. My name's Aurelia.
Aurelia? Alright. You got a cool little name, lady.
I'm the oldest person in the village.
I could see that. Holy shit. You look like you've been on life support for like 3 years.
Previously, that title belonged to my husband, but I became a widow 5 years ago. I hope you've learned something useful.
I just started talking to you, you bum. What are you talking about? That your husband died? I don't know if that's useful information to me. Has this happened before?
I've never witnessed anything like this in my entire life. Not once. We've had wolf packs targeting our cattle, and we've endured plagues, but this is nothing like those. There's something evil about the corpses of those dead cows.
Are you scared about this?
At my age, there's not much that can be truly frightening. I'm concerned for the well-being of my neighbors. You see, first the cattle, and then us. Be cautious out there. There's something...
Okay, got it. Alright, I can handle it. What are your theories, by the way?
All I can say is that it's not the work of wild animals, and I'm certain of that. The way the cows were killed, there's nothing in nature that does that. It was sick. Malevolent.
Alright, man, so sick, malevolent killings are happening. Have you witnessed anything odd? She's like, I don't know, maybe the cow deaths, jackass?
No, I haven't. But I hardly venture outside these days, given my health isn't what it once was. Maybe you should ask the others. Be cautious out there. There's something evil.
She'll be praying for my success. How nice. Alright.
Listen, I know you were expecting more of a normal holidays to relax, but we really appreciate you trying to help us.
Yes, you want to ask something else? Okay, how did all of this begin?
It all started around a month ago. At first, it was just isolated attacks at the Clements farm, which is on the outskirts of the village. Each morning, they discovered that some of their cattle had been killed during the night. Soon after, we all began experiencing similar situations with our own cows.
Okay, what's the matter with the carcasses?
I've never seen anything similar. I wouldn't even know how to put it into words. You should check by yourself. The remains of the cows is in my shed outside the house. It's locked. I don't want animals coming in. Take this key. Just give me a heads up if there's anything you need help with.
Okay, are all the villagers present here?
Almost everyone, yes. The Clements are the only ones missing. I phoned them earlier, but they told me they couldn't make it. The attacks began at their farm, so they might have information that we don't. Perhaps you should go check up on them. Don't forget to be back before sunset.
It's crazy, these people have like a curfew here. I mean, I guess it makes sense when you have fucking like malicious, fucking malignant killers floating around that you don't know about. Have you informed the police?
Yes, of course. However, the nearest police station is a couple of kilometers away, and they didn't come across as very willing to help. I'm afraid they won't step in until someone gets injured, or worse. Just give me a heads up if there's anything you need help with.
Alright, man. Well, I'll go check that out.
Of course. Just keep in mind not to wander too far from the village.
I'm immediately leaving the village. Well, let's get to work, man. There was a door that led to a small shed. I do have the key, so let's open that bitch up. Thank you. The shed was so dark that it was difficult to see anything. Nevertheless, the most unsettling thing was the repugnant smell of decaying flesh emanating from somewhere within. Oh, I'm about to puke. I'm about to blow. Oh, this is what I wanted to see, the cow. It's kind of crazy. I thought it would be more like drained though. You know, like very like skin and bone. In no time, you pinpointed the source of the putrid odor lying dead on the ground. Alright, let's look at the head. From the looks of it, the corpse had been there for days, and it was in an advanced stage of decomposition. The head had been removed from the body, the cut was clean, it seemed performed with chirurgical precision. The eyes were missing, and there were other parts of the face, such as the lips, that had been removed rather than rotten. Oh, what the hell? Interestingly, there was no blood at all. The cow's headless corpse rested on the ground, with countless flies gathering around it. The smell was unbearable. Ugh, oh god. There was a large cut on the body near the stomach. There was no blood around it. Nor was there any blood inside the animal for that matter. Okay, so we got like fucking the hash-sling and slasher. He's hungry for cow blood and he's been sipping on shit, drinking on it. And he just couldn't handle it. Wow. We made it here instantly? You recalled the path to the Clements' house from your childhood memories. They owned a massive farmhouse, the largest one in the village. The Clements owned the village's largest farm, and they were a bit younger than the other locals. You remembered them as being friendly and kind to you during your childhood. There were 2 cars parked there, so I'd say both of them are inside the house. Plot twist, these guys are doing a ritual and they're sacrificing the cattle, and then they're going to sacrifice the people. These are the bad guys here. That's my first theory. I'll see if they can give me further details about what's going on in the village. Also, again, why did they think I would know how to solve this? Is it literally just like, oh, maybe it's an outside ear that can help? Like, is that the only reason? Or do I have like credentials? Am I like Sherlock Holmes? Am I tapped in? Am I like the master of the occult? Tell me there's some reason for them bringing me out here.
Darling, is it you? Oh. Who are you and what's your business here? This is private property.
I'm a guest of Carlos. I'm glad to meet you. Okay, I'll be formal.
Ah, yes, he mentioned a few days ago that you were going to be here during your vacation. I apologize, but both my husband and I are quite occupied at the moment. It's better if we talk another time.
What do you think of the cattle deaths?
I think nothing. These sorts of occurrences are typical. Even if taking a lot of care for your cows, some may fall ill and pass away.
Okay, no, I'm right. They're shady as fuck. They know something. I've seen the bodies. It doesn't look like an illness.
I'm expecting a very important call. You need to leave now.
Oh, that was strange. She seemed quite fixated on getting me to leave. I wonder if she's concealing something. I get in there, it's like a fucking gimp dungeon. I'm like, what? I go to the front door again, see if they can give me future. No one opened the door. Unsurprisingly, she didn't appear to be open to talk. Well, there's nothing else I can fucking do here. Alright. Surely I can go somewhere else, right? The walk took some time, and by the time you arrived... Ooh, that was a nice transition tonight. I really like that. By the time you arrived back to the house, the sun was descending on the horizon. Alright. Let's not stay out too late then. What the fuck? An error? What are you talking about? How is it? I've never... Okay. Push F8. Dev tools? Yeah. Holy shit. They want me to really tap in on this shit? Oh my god, I didn't save. God damn it. How do I save? Yo, I gotta redo that shit? Alright, hold on. I'm about to tap in. You can't stop this.
5 minutes later.
Yo, if you just press escape, the game just fucking crashes. What the fuck? You know what? Might as well get some more information about this dude's wife. Or get some more dialogue from her. Is your husband at home?
My husband is right now on a business trip. You'll have to wait until he comes back.
When will he be back?
In a couple of days. Whatever it is you want to talk with him, you'll be able to do it in person later.
Have you seen any weird things lately?
Weird? No, not at all. Now it might be a good idea to head back.
Can I see any of the dead cow remains?
I'm sorry, could you leave please? I'm expecting a very important call, thanks.
Okay, so she's odd every time. Got it. Alright, now I'm gonna try to fucking do this again. And if my shit crash, I'm gonna be mad. I'm going back in that house. Oh, it just didn't crash this time. Okay, go fuck yourself.
Ah, you're back. We were starting to get worried. Everyone's already left. They wanted me to send their regards to you. Now tell me, were you able to chat with the Clements? Come on, you can talk while you enjoy your food. Dinner's on the table.
Amelia was an exceptional cook. You enjoyed a delicious meal. Oh, I bet it's like some country shit, bro. What if she threw down some fucking fried chicken? Like some taters? And some fucking great... Oh, dude.
Yeah. So, returning to where we left off in our conversation, were you able to talk with the Clements?
Sarah said that her husband wasn't there.
Huh. That's strange. I saw his car parked in front of their house earlier today. Anyway, did she tell you anything new about the dead cattle?
She said there wasn't anything weird going on.
Nothing weird? They're the ones who've seen the greatest number of animal deaths by far. I can't believe that now she's acting as if everything is normal. Perhaps she just didn't want to avoid scaring our guests. Anyway, it's quite late. Let me know when you want to go to sleep and I'll prepare your room.
Okay. Amelia seemed lost in her thoughts, mumbling.
What will happen to us if we don't stop these killings? Oh, I guess you must be tired. Are you ready to go to sleep?
Yeah, wake me up tomorrow.
See you in the morning then. Sweet dreams.
You headed to your room and managed to sleep for a few hours. Then later that night... What is that? The fuck's going on? In the darkness, you reach for the light switch with your fingers. Oh, this room's creepy. Something about like an old southern house. Oh, God. Middle of nowhere, too. Like it's just farmland. The noise is coming from outside of this room. Why is Carlos's wife crying like that? You crying? Oh, it's her.
I'm so worried. Will I ever get to see him again? Oh, my apologies for disturbing your sleep.
What's going on here?
Apparently Sarah's husband Francisco's gone missing.
Why is this happening to us? Oh God.
I've been attempting to understand what she's saying, but I can't make sense of it. Maybe you should talk with her. You might uncover something that I might have overlooked.
These people are talking like they're absolute like bumbling fools and don't understand how to like piece together any evidence. Okay, I'll chat with her. Take a seat behind Sarah and try to understand her words.
They told me if I didn't say anything to anyone, he'd be back after a few days. But it's been a week and I don't know anything about him.
Start from the beginning.
It was a cold night like that. Okay, not that kind of beginning. Just tell me tell me about it.
A week before. Oh, what the hell?
It was late at night. I wanted to go to bed already, but my husband couldn't sleep. Damn, that's him?
Another dead cow today. And I know there'll be another tomorrow. That's a lot of money.
Was he behaving strange? Well, he was looking at the window every few minutes.
Nothing out there. Yet they never appear this early, only after midnight. At least I know I'm not crazy. Last night Lucas saw them too.
Was he worried about something? He kept mumbling.
Our cattle keeps on dying every night by whatever those lights are. I don't know how much more we can take. At this pace, we will go bankrupt soon.
Alright, what happened next?
Damn. It's those damned lights again. Oh. There's something wrong. I've never seen them so close to the village or flying so low.
Oh, they about to abduct him. Oh shit, they in his kitchen.
They came from the barn. Darling, bring me my weapon. I'll take a look.
I told him not to go. I was so afraid.
Did you see something outside?
I didn't even dare to look through the window. I was terrified. But I heard something.
Damn.
I'm sure it was my husband's gun.
Alright, did you call for help?
I tried. But the phone wasn't working, and I was too afraid to go inside.
Alright, what happened next?
I kept on waiting for my husband to return for several hours. It felt like an eternity. What an asshole wife. Why did she not go check on him? Like, I guess circumstances differentiate between the people and, like, what kind of person you are. But I mean, like, my partner goes, he does some shit like that.
Let's ride. Let's handle this together.
Finally, when the sun started to rise, I decided to go to the police. I was about to get out and...
Why didn't you go look for your husband?
That's when they came.
Who the fuck are these people? Oh my god, men in black.
For some reason, I thought they were from the government. They gave me the chills when they spoke. Their voices, they...
Okay, it's literally aliens. That's kind of hard how they talk, though.
We come to talk to your husband. Last night, your husband suffered an accident. His condition is stable, but he must remain secluded for the time being. It is of the utmost importance that you don't talk with anyone about what happened last night, or we won't be able to guarantee his safety. We will contact you with further instructions soon. Your husband will be back safe in a few days, provided that you
don't talk.
I like what they do with the tech side. That's really fun.
And then they left in the black car with no plate.
Well, you kind of fucked it by talking to us, didn't you? You dumb thug. What are you doing?
And that's what happened. Since then, I've been waiting for those men to contact me somehow. I just don't know what to do anymore.
Any possible hideouts nearby? Not in the village, but of course there's a few towns nearby, several old factories, some of them abandoned. If only we knew where to start looking.
They could have them anywhere.
Hospitals. He had suffered an accident.
There's a few, but do you think they'd keep him against his will in such a public place? I knew this was a bad idea. I should have kept everything to myself. Now I've endangered my dear friend Francisco. They could be watching me, or even visiting the farm right now. I need to go back now.
Yo, let me have one piece more of dialogue with her. Why she gotta give me one and then leave?
Wait, Sierra, I'll accompany her home and try to calm her down.
How the fuck am I supposed to find this shit? Like, dude, they give me nothing and they're like, alright, Sherlock Holmes this now. I can't. I have nothing to work with.
Well,
she really left in a hurry.
Oh,
that's her phone. She must have forgot about it.
Oh, that's the phone call from the men in black.
Maybe you should answer that.
Oh shit. How coincidental she left as they called.
Miss Clement, we will go to your home tomorrow morning to speak with you again. Like we told you, we hope you're alone. And don't speak about this with anyone for the sake of your husband.
Where do you have Francisco? You're going down. Please release Francisco. I'm not Listen to me carefully. Oh, they hung up instantly.
It was them, alright. Those men. Did they say anything about Francisco?
They said they're gonna visit Sarah tomorrow.
I see. You should go to Sarah's place and let them know immediately.
He's gonna get sick, bro. I'm really itching to see these men in black get into action. You ran to the farmhouse as fast as you could. And once you got there, you explained to Carlos and Sarah what the voice told you.
Oh God, when will this nightmare end? I know it's hard, but we need to keep calm and focus on what they said. They said they were going to come here tomorrow. It might be our only chance to stop them and learn where they are keeping Francisco. Maybe it's better if you choose the course of action. You're younger and smarter than me, after all. Oh, this like a make my own decision kind of game? Multiple endings type of endeavor?
We'll hide in the barn and ambush them. I say we meet them here. We should follow them when they leave. Okay. There's a very specific way I could go about doing this. The smart option is we follow them. We tail them when they leave. Right. But I think it's funnier if we lock the fuck in and jump these guys. We'll ambush them. Yeah! He's immediately like, alright.
Seems reasonable. If we hide there, they won't see us. No shit. And we will be close enough to the house to intervene if they try to hurt Sarah. Should we proceed with that plan?
Yes. That's what we'll do.
Just make sure you're not seen, please. Don't worry, Sarah. We will have everything under the...
Okay, now Alex, cut to when Sarah gets shot in the fucking head and they notice that we're in, like, the bush is watching.
Now let's get some sleep. Tomorrow we will be back on the early morning, alright?
You left the house and went to your room to sleep. All you could dream of was nightmares of eyes in the shape of lights watching you from the night sky. Early morning, let's work.
Pick up the phone, wait.
Piss that alarm off, boy. Okay, I don't need this giant fucking alarm button here. It's alright, man. You walked with Carlos to the Clements house and hid inside their old barn. Oh yeah.
Too bad we can't see the house from here. But at least we'll be able to hear them.
You waited for quite a while. Oh, they're here.
Shh! Make sure you're hidden. They're coming.
Oh, just getting to hear this is crazy. Okay. I'm listening.
Hello? Can I see my husband, please?
Just a gunshot?
What are you?
Oh, we fucked it.
That was Sarah. We need to do something.
Too dangerous. We should wait. Let's stop. No. We're doing this because I wanted to jump them. Let's go. Let's step in. You rushed into the house running as fast as you can. What the fuck is happening in here? A man was grabbing Sarah, injecting her with something from a syringe. Another turned towards you, pointing at you with a gun.
We find this very disappointing. It was clearly stated to Mrs. Clement that she was not to talk with anyone and be alone today. She has proven to us that she cannot be trusted. Don't move. It's too dangerous.
Hey, mister, I got something to say to you.
This will be over soon.
What are you doing to her? You gonna hurt us?
We are fulfilling what she has been requesting all along. To be reunited with her husband.
Are they injecting? Oh no, they're killing her. After this last phrase, Sarah fell unconscious. The other men carried her out, and then the other one also left very slowly, without stopping to aim at you.
They are running away.
Let's get our car. Oh yeah, we're chasing them? Fuck yeah, dude. I like this timing. You both ran out towards Carlos's car. It doesn't start. Okay, cool, we're gone. You came across the strange vehicle at the edge of the village, heading away from it to an unknown direction. The black car didn't try to shake you off. The men inside obviously caught sight of you at some point. They didn't appear to mind. Or maybe they wanted you to follow. Oh, they said it's easier for us if you follow, fuckboy. You trailed them for about an hour.
Damn, an hour? We driving. Look, they're going that way.
Carlos is like, fuck, I didn't fill up the tank. And the whole car stops. They drove toward an aging industrial compound, which was in a state of severe disrepair. You parked the car at a bit of a distance to prevent being seen. A large metal gate and the surrounding walls of the compound swung open as the black car approached it, and promptly closed once they entered the complex. An eerie atmosphere seemed to emanate from the factory. Judging by its appearance, one could easily assume that the place was abandoned. However, despite the dilapidated state of the buildings, the perimeter wall of the compound stood firm. The only noticeable way in was the large metal gate, which is currently closed. Getting in won't be easy. Well, we gotta do something.
Are you going out of the car?
Yes, I'll take a look.
And what about me? What should I do?
Maybe go to the police?
Yeah, of course. It will take a while, but I'll drive to the closest police station and warn them to come here.
I'll come back with help as soon as I can. Yeah, I feel like we have definitive proof now. We just watched these two dudes fucking abduct this woman. Get the cops here. But please be careful and don't take any unnecessary... I'm taking all of unnecessary risks. I'm running in here and jumping these guys. As soon as you stepped out of the car, Carlos drove away. You could only hope that he would keep his promise of coming back with help. And soon. Okay, so how do I approach this place? Say peep. Should I walk around the building and see if I can find a way to enter without being noticed? No, what else can we do? I walk up to the front. Hey, hello? Can you let me in? I guess I could walk to the main gate. There might be a way to open it and enter, but it's likely that I'll be seen by everyone inside. Too risky. An eerie atmosphere. Okay, well, so I can either go in guns blazing from the... You know what? I'ma go in from the front. I don't even care. Yeah, yes, go to the main gate. Let's see what's happening. I'm coming here. They know we came. I'm coming in. There wasn't any sound or alert when you approached the main entrance of the old factory. You noticed there was an old intercom near the gate. The metal gate was securely shut and it was too tall for you to even consider climbing. From what you could observe, there appeared to be no means of opening it from the exterior. Alright, let's pop up to the intercom. Be like, big balls, big fat fucking nuts calling in. Should I press the button of the intercom? Yeah, sure. Okay, what should I say? Release Sarah immediately. The police is on its way. All I want is to talk.
Don't talk with anyone about us. Leave this area now.
Maybe I should try something else. I press it again. Could you open, please? There was no answer. Alright, man. I'll walk around. I don't even care. Going that way, I'll walk around the compound. There might be another way to enter unnoticed. At the back of the compound, you came across a section of the wall that had caved in. Think I could make my way up. Yeah, sure, why not? I get shot. You climbed through the collapsed wall and stepped in the compound without being noticed. Guess there isn't too many people inside since I haven't spotted anyone. These stairs appear to go up to the second floor of one of the main buildings. No one was visible, but you could make out faint voices.
This place isn't safe anymore. We've had a security breach. Get ready to move. The transport will be here soon. And the 2 subjects. When the evacuation preparations are done, dispose of them.
Dispose of them? Oh shit. The second floor of the main building was ruined, but still it was better preserved than the area below. You were just about to go that way, but then you had a moment of hesitation. I heard voices coming from there, so perhaps it's best if I steer clear of that direction. I'll walk right in there, I don't give a fuck. Oh, what the shit? There was some strange looking medical equipment there. Some weird flesh looking cables came out of a small device on the table and went into a sheet that covered a body on a hospital bed. Flesh looking cables? Oh shit. You'd never come across any medical devices like the ones in that room before. They featured components that seemed familiar, like buttons and screens, but a disturbing distortion around them. Buttons were more like small camera lenses, and the screens displayed only vague messages and weird color patterns. It was as if an attempt had been made to construct a machine by someone who hadn't truly witnessed one. Some weird flesh-looking cables came out of the small device on the table and went into the hospital bed. They pulsated regularly, generating a disgusting noise. Leave them alone. Oh, I unplugged them, okay. As you pulled them out, they started twitching. Ooh. And on the ends, they revealed several small mouths filled with teeth, reminiscent of lampreys, which opened and closed frantically, and eventually, they ceased moving. The arm where the lamprey-like mouths were attached kept on bleeding, but the body wasn't moving. There was a big metal door on one side of the room. You tried to open it, but the door didn't move an inch. Under the sheet, there was a middle-aged man, which you recognized as Francisco Clement, based on your memories. He appeared to be alive, just in a deep sleep. He bandaged his arm that was still bleeding from the blood-sucking worm things that he had attached. A few seconds later, he slowly started to wake up. Where am I? Who are you? You were kidnapped, I'm a friend. Ah, I see. So it was them. What about my wife? Where is she? They got her too. We need to save her. Oh? What was that? Comes from those doors at the end of the room. Oh shit. There was someone or something pounding on the door from the other side. Give me a hand to smash it open. Oh fuck yeah, we're fucking Rambo in this bitch. Yeah, let's roll, dude.
Let's bust in.
Is that his wife? Darling, don't worry, I'll remove those ropes. He said he's gonna shoot some ropes. What?
I thought they were gonna kill me.
Now I'm here and nobody will hurt you. Sarah, how did you get here?
I remember they injected me with something back on the farm.
Damn, back to crying immediately, alright. Any clue on who these people are? I don't know anything about the strange men. What I can tell you is, I had seen some strange lights on the sky. that I thought were related to the dead cattle. I went to the government, the police, to everyone. Police told me to stay the hell away from those weird lights and ignore the whole thing. I was losing so much cattle. I couldn't just hide at home and hope for it to stop all by itself, you know?
Dear, don't be so hard on yourself.
Alright, well, we're not safe yet, guys. You're right. We need to get out of here.
Wow, we really just... did I really just get away with that shit? Both? No way. These guys definitely pull up and get them. Okay, yeah, here they are. Oh my god, this looks sick.
You will stop now.
The hell out of here. What in the name of God are those things?
Keep running, keep running. We don't got time for... Oh, I made Carlos leave. We don't have the car. Oh, fuck. Dude, if I had Carlos stayed with the car, we would have gotten out.
The three of you ran for an eternity until your legs hurt and you were completely out of breath. I think they're not following us.
They definitely... Oh, and the cops got here.
That's when you saw the police cars driving fast towards the ruined factory.
Oh my god, let's go.
The cars pulled over. Turns out Carlos had told them where to find you, and they were on their way to help you. One of these cars transported Sarah and Francisco to the hospital for a comprehensive medical examination. However, you were determined to return to the factory and assist the police in raiding the location. Okay, well, they're gone. You needed to witness what was happening there to confirm that you weren't losing your mind.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Come on.
A few minutes after the cops rushed into the building, they allowed you to go in.
It's all empty. My man searched the entire place. No trace of any cars or men or any of the equipment that you described. These people you talked about, or whatever you said they were, they left without leaving any trace. One would think that you made all this up. I swear I saw it. Oh, I do believe you. There was some kind of operation going on here. This entire compound was rented some months ago to a small construction company, but I had the boys at the station check out the name of the company. Turns out, it doesn't actually exist.
So who are they?
They're... who knows?
Also, is this not like a Navy general? Is this a typical cop outfit? I feel like it's not.
For years, there's been all kinds of rumors among rural policemen about incidents like this all around the country. Usually they only last for a few weeks, then you hear that it's going on again somewhere else. If someone starts looking at it too much, he gets a warning from above. Someone important don't want this to get any attention. So what we do is, we try to forget quickly about it. I suggest you do the same.
What? Those men had been incredibly meticulous in erasing their tracks. Even the imprints of the car wheels had been removed. How could they have pulled this off so quickly? There's no way I imagined all of this. You left that damn place knowing that there was nothing else you could do. The cops drove you back to your family house where the entire town was waiting for you. Both Francisco and Sarah were fine, the doctors said. You stayed there for another full week, savoring the warmth of everyone's hospitality. But unfortunately, the time had come for you to head back to the city. Alright, shit, I'm leaving, guys. Get the fuck out of here. The driver nods at you when you came in, but he didn't say a word. Maybe he just didn't want to listen to your story. It's one of the dudes. Who were those strange men, and what was their reason for orchestrating all of this? You wondered if you would ever get to understand their mysterious goals. But soon your mood improved as the bus drove away from the village and into the safety of the city. The nightmare was all behind. At least, that's what you thought. What do you mean that's what I thought? They didn't follow me, did they? You walked home looking forward to relax before going back to your regular life. But when you arrived, you found a nasty surprise. What the? The door's already open? Oh shit. Going immediately to the cops. The door to your house was slightly open and the light was on. There was no sound coming from within. I'm calling the police. There was no sound from inside. Alright, I'm coming in then. You've got me. I'm coming in. You carefully walked in, not knowing what you'd find inside. This is really dumb. This is stupid. Why they trashed my shit. What the hell? Your place was a complete disaster. Your belongings were chaotically scattered across the flat. Someone must have broken in while you were away. You checked repeatedly, ensuring that you were completely alone. Someone had invaded your house and meticulously combed through every corner of it. The contents of your drawers and closets had been emptied out. Okay, I accidentally skipped a dialog flag. But hold on, the TV's still here, and my computer as well, and all my money, so what were they searching for? You shuddered at the notion that perhaps what they were seeking was none other than you. Okay, calm down. What should I do first? Well, I guess the police aren't going to help here, technically, right? So we just check what's missing. Took you a couple of hours, but you were able to return some semblance of normality to your place. Damn, I tapped in. What the fuck? While putting everything together, you noticed something. Anything, even remotely valuable, is still here. In fact, I don't think they took anything at all. The knowledge that nothing had been stolen didn't feel relieving at all. You had the disturbing thought that what they were looking for was you. Now let's check with the neighbors then. There's no way all this happened without anyone noticing. Maybe the guy that lives next door saw something that can be useful to learn how they broke into my house. You left your place and went next door.
Hello? Oh, it's you. I was actually looking to talk. Would you mind making less noise tonight? Yesterday my wife and I could barely get any sleep.
Why would anyone move furniture around that late at night? Actually, I just arrived from a trip. What did you hear exactly?
Well, like moving pieces of furniture, opening and closing drawers, that sort of thing.
If you wanted to redecorate, you should do it during the day.
We freaked out at first, with all those news lately about houses being robbed in the neighborhood. I'm glad the mayor has decided to make this his top priority though. Haven't you heard? In fact, yesterday there were some men from the government asking around to catch them.
Tell me, what agency did they work for?
It's funny now that you mention it. I don't recall if I ever asked them. My wife and I thought they were a bit disturbing, so we rushed to answer all their questions as quick as we could.
Guess he had a tracheotomy or something. Okay, so he spoke weird. What questions did they ask you?
Well, they wanted to know more about the people living here. I think they spoke with all of the neighbors. They told me they would come back soon to talk with you. Anyway, it's been a nice chat, but I've gotta go now. Please remember not to do any noise like that at night again. See ya.
Someone's calling me. Oh shit. Did you know who's calling you? Get real. Is that Steve Jobs? Who the fuck is that? The person calling was Robert Strauss, an ex-colleague from work that you hadn't heard in many years. He was a nice guy. He even hanged out at his place once to celebrate his birthday with the other coworkers. But eventually he went to work somewhere else and you all lost contact. Wow, they went after people I knew.
Please.
Can't talk right now, I'll call you later. I stiff arm him as funny as fuck. Wait, that's hard. No, I'm gonna stiff arm him.
Help me. They came here. They were looking for you.
Who are you? Who are you talking about? Hey man, are you okay?
They injected me with something. I don't feel good. I don't think I can go to the hospital on my own. You need to come by my place. I need help, please.
Hold on, I'll be there in a minute. I'll get you an ambulance.
Help me, I know what they...
And then suddenly the screen went dark. You tried to turn the phone on again, but it was no use. This damn thing ran out of battery. Really? You stood up paralyzed for a minute, considering what to do next. Rush to Robert's house, charge the phone and call for an ambulance. Ignore the call and stay home is crazy. Rush to his house. You ran as fast as you could to Rob's house. You hurried through the city, rushing yourself to your limits, recalling the way to Rob's house from your memory. Took you nearly an hour to arrive. Once you got there, you entered the elevator hoping that Robert was safe. Come on. Where the fuck my dog Robert at? Who trying to rob my Bert? That was the door to Roberto's flat. You made an effort to hear if there was any noises coming from the inside, but all you perceived was a creepy stillness. I wonder if he's okay. Alright, let's go in, man. The door of Rob's apartment was was locked. Knock on that bitch, boy. There was no response. Damn, what should I do now? Alright, chat with the neighbor.
Don't do that. Much noise at this late at night.
Dude, the dialogue just makes no sense sometimes.
What the hell do you want?
I don't know. Did you hear anything? Do you know if your neighbor's okay?
You mean Rob? Of course he is. He was throwing some sort of party over here tonight. I heard a bunch of dudes at his place. He must be sleeping it off now. He knows parties are not allowed in this building. If you talk to him, tell him that I'll be complaining to the landlord. Now leave me alone. My shift starts in 3 hours and I want to get some sleep. Freaking junkies.
Hey, I need your help again.
Apparently trying to sleep without being disturbed is too much to ask.
What the hell do you want? Do you know how to get into your neighbor's house? Why would you ask something like this? I don't know you. Are you a burglar or something? It's a medical emergency.
Then why didn't you say so at the start? Look, I think you can enter to his place through my balcony to check if he's alright. But I don't like this just one bit, so I'm calling the cops, just in case you were trying to do something shady.
That's fine, dude. Whatever. Neighbor brought you to the balcony. Climbing from there, you were able to reach Rob's. Luckily, the door of the balcony that led to the interior of the flat was unlocked. The flat was deadly silent, and all the lights were out. It took a minute for your eyes to get used to the darkness. Rob was lying on the ground, and he didn't react to your presence. Apparently, he was unconscious. Oh no. As you scrutinized him closely, your troubling suspicions were confirmed. He's not breathing. I need to do something to help him. You swiftly scanned the area in hope of discovering something that could be used to revive him, but there was nothing. You also noted the absence of any signs of struggle, neither on his body nor in the vicinity. And there were no drugs or other substances that could provide insight into the cause of his current state. You got closer to make him a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation in hopes that he would start breathing again. But But as soon as you exhaled inside him, you felt something strange. Something did a sudden move inside his mouth. You instinctively moved away, and then, oh God, a long red worm crawled from the inside and started twitching and agonizing. What the? You heard strong hits coming from the door. Someone was trying to break in.
Freeze, right there. This is the police. My friend needs help. Shit, move away from him now. Central, this is Officer Garcia. We have a 1052, I repeat, 1052. We have an unconscious person, possible overdose. Send an ambulance ASAP. There's also a suspect in the place, non-violent, maybe a burglar, over.
Understood. An ambulance is on the way, TA 5 minutes.
It seems you and I are gonna have to wait for a while. I strongly suggest you keep quiet.
I'm no burglar, I'm his friend.
We'll sort that out later. Now listen up. Before you complain that I didn't read you your rights, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you can say will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney if you can't afford...
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Oh, and in case you haven't noticed, you're under arrest.
No, I figured. You waited silently in the police until the paramedics arrived. The last thing you saw was them quickly applying a defibrillator on him. Not what happened next. As the cops dragged you out into one of their cars, they brought you through the streets that you barely recognized into a nearby police station. Okay. Then they placed you in a locked interrogation room. You remained there, waiting for what felt like hours until at last.
Well.
Let that sink in.
I hope you've had some time to think on what you're going to tell me. You're in big trouble, you know, being a murder suspect and all. So if I was you, I would start explaining what you were doing in that house.
I won't speak until I have a lawyer.
I see you've been watching some movies, but not answering my questions can play against you in the eyes of the judge. Did you know that? And right, if this doesn't look good for you at all, so do yourself a favor, be as sincere as possible. Let's get rid of the basics, okay? What's your relationship with the person that was in the house with you?
He was a friend, but not a close one. Alright, yeah, no, I'll chirp. I think it's more interesting if I chirp.
It's funny because his neighbor told us you were desperate to get in his place. You even told him there was a life or death situation, didn't you? Also, you could get inside. If he was a friend, why not simply ask him to open the door? Which brings me to my next question. Why were you there?
He called me and begged me to go.
Of course. Quite convenient, don't you think?
I have the phone record now.
He desperately begs you to go, but when the police gets there, it seems like you had just assaulted him. Well, let's just assume you're saying is true. Why would he call you, among all people? It's quite obvious you were not that close.
I'm as confused as you are. I think it's because someone's targeting me.
Targeting you? This is a trick to make me lose my time. I assure you, you'll regret it. You better tell me what's really going on. Because the way this looks right now, you're gonna end up behind bars for a long time.
Explain the experience in Carlos's village. You know what? I'll tell her fucking everything. I don't care. You explained everything that had happened to you since you visited the village. How the inhabitants were scared because the cattle were disappearing. Now, eventually, people went missing as well. You're halfway through the story when she rolled her eyes.
That's enough. I can't stand this garbage anymore. I have another theory. One that I think fits much more than with the evidence we've gathered so far. Here it is. You knew this guy. You knew him pretty well. In fact, the neighbors told us that he took drugs regularly. And my guess is that you're an addict too. And you owe a lot of money to someone that was getting really impatient. Perhaps that was the reason why you left the city. Were you hiding from someone? So you decided to rob your friend. All was going according to plan until you got inside. You were not expecting him to be there, so you knocked him unconscious. Only that you had hurt him way worse than you thought. And you were about to run away when I came in. Does she not know the body literally had no sign of struggle on it? There was no sign of struggle on the body. So this is just this is untrue. And you were about to run away when I came in. Am I getting close? Not at all. Well then, tell me what is really going on. I literally was explaining it to you and you wanted to be a dickhead and be like, no, I remember you chirping around here. What? Wait here.
She walked out of the room to talk to someone. You could hear them mumbling but could not decipher any of the words. I'm sorry, that voice is very familiar. That's not good. Some time passed, maybe half an hour or more.
Seems you won't have to wait for your lawyer anymore. You're free to go.
Why?
The person we found with you is dead, and the forensic report just came in. A regular fatal heart attack, and there were no signs of violence. It seems that he had been dead already for hours. At the time that the neighbors said they heard you. I don't know what you were doing there, but maybe you were trying to help him. Perhaps something else. But given these facts, we can't keep you here any longer. Before you leave, don't think this is over. Till we sort out all the details on the investigation, you should remain in the city, understood? Now get out of here.
It was early in the morning. The sun was rising when you got out of the police station. You walked back home feeling tired and exhausted. You went directly to your room as soon as you arrived, trying to get at least a few hours of sleep. But you could barely close your eyes. Your phone woke you up.
The Bluetooth
What the fuck? You didn't recognize the person on your screen.
Why so serious?
Alright, man, just lay it on me. What do you want to talk about?
Ooh. You listen to me, pal. Do not hang up the phone. You are in real danger. Those men that you met at the village, they'll be here soon.
How does he know about that?
It doesn't matter. They're already coming up the stairs. You don't have much time.
The ground shaked. For a second, you thought it had been an earthquake, but if it had been someone hitting your door over and over with insane strength, what the? You instinctively knew that the door wouldn't stand much more.
I can get you out of here alive, but you need to do exactly as I say.
Alright, help me, man.
Grab the remote control of the TV, then hide inside the nearest closet. Do as I say now.
Alright, remote control of the TV. Without thinking it twice, you quickly reached out of the sofa, grabbed the remote, and you hoped that this was not just a waste of precious time. Alright, I'm in the closet. You ran as fast as you could towards a nearby closet and hid inside. I'm hiding. You barely made it on time. Holy shit, they're here.
Must be here somewhere.
They're the same men from the village.
Now it's time.
I'm pressing the button. They explode. You pressed a random button in the remote. As you did so, the TV went on in another room.
What is that?
They're distracted. Now it's my chance. Fuck it, let's haul ass. You rush to the door at full speed. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm bouncing. That was a crazy setup, bro. Good thing I trusted him. You only stopped when your legs started to hurt and you were completely out of breath. That's when you realized that during the escape, you'd lost your phone. What? How the fuck did I lose my phone? He didn't put it in his pocket? What a dickhead. At least I've saved my skin, more valuable than a phone. What? I don't understand. Who's that mysterious caller? Why was he helping me? He did seem to know exactly everything that was going to happen. The streets were quiet, just like any other ordinary day. No sign of them around. They didn't pursue me. Okay. Strange little cut. Day 2 now of playing this game. I was gonna just do the one and then upload it, but I figured it's probably easier to consume this game in general if it's just in one cohesive video. So we're just gonna finish this bitch out, see how it plays. The streets were quiet, just like any other ordinary morning. No sign of them around. They didn't pursue me. You had spent enough time catching your breath, and now you knew where you wanted to go next. The police station, back to your home, back to the countryside. Ooh. Well, let's think about this for a second. Police don't give a fuck. They're not gonna help us. If I go back to the home, chances are those guys are gone, but they could be camping out and waiting for me. The countryside, realistically, what do we do if we get there? We check in on them again and be like, hey, they're after me. Sorry if I brought them here again. Ooh. Like an idiot, right? At least if we go back home, we can maybe get a hold of the phone and try contacting this guy. But if we do, we run the risk of getting, like, fucking killed. So, it's really up in the air. Fuck it, let's go back home. Directly confronting them was the only way to make them leave you. Okay, well, I didn't think that's what was gonna happen. This guy's dead. Surely those strange men wouldn't dare to kidnap you like they had done with Sarah Clement. No, they will. Okay, no, I'm a fool. I shouldn't have clicked that. This is no small village in the middle of nowhere. They can't pull that off in the city in the middle of the day. No, they can. Or at least, that's what you wanted to think. They did do it. That guy's party. Or not the party, but the guy that they killed. But you hadn't made even a single step when a taxi rushed to you, blocking your path. The driver seemed quite annoyed. He looked at you, moved his head, ordering you to get in the car. I wonder if this was the guy on the phone and he was like, hey, dude, come on. This gotta be the guy that tried to save me, right? You seated in the back of the taxi. Was that an illusion of choice dialogue option? Were they like, no, jackass, you cannot go back there, you will die. And as soon as you were in, the car started moving. I hear a speaker on the top. The driver kept checking on you from time to time through the mirror. What's going on? There was a transparent plastic barrier blocking the front seats. You could not reach out to the driver. Then you focused on the streets you were passing, but you didn't recognize any. We don't seem to be leaving the city. Now let's chat with him. The driver noticed your intention to talk.
I was told not to talk to you. What the hell do you want?
Where are we going? It seemed as if he was annoyed to speak, but then he looked away and ignored you. Answer me, come on.
Shut up. I can't talk to you. He said several times that I shouldn't talk to you under any circumstances. You're not going to trick me into doing that. Not when I have so much at stake.
You're talking to me right now, dumbass. Okay. Then a few minutes passed, then the car slowed down.
Get out. We've arrived.
This has to be the guy that saved us, right? The taxi left you in front of a strange shop located in the middle of nowhere.
That's it. I've done my part. He told me to bring you here so he could speak with you. Now you tell him to stop messing with my little kid, okay?
Is he bothering your kid? Your driver remained silent for a second, wondering about something disturbing. Then his face turned grim.
Forget about it. I should have said nothing.
This guy like abduct his child to get him to do his dirty work? That's kind of insane. Fly high to bro. Or his child, because there's no way this guy's letting him go. Before you could say anything, the taxi ran away fast, as if it was trying to escape from an unfathomable shadow chasing it. And soon enough, it disappeared in the horizon. In front of you, there was a strange shop. They sold tarot cards, crystals, candles, incense, all sorts of esoteric stuff. The banner promoted their fortune-telling services and promised that they could dispel curses and grant good luck through rituals. Honestly, I don't feel like the things that were happening were mystic things. I think they're very tangible, real, like entities. I think it's more like alien, if anything. Let's just say I'm not really into this. Right. Only the superstitious and ignorant would want these kind of things offered in this place. Okay, well, I didn't say all that. No, I'm not gonna leave, bro. This is like the call to action, bro. This is how like the hero's journey starts. You wondered if you should walk in or not. No, let's be. Ooh. As you move towards the door, a strange-looking woman stepped out. I thought this was a dude. She was very pale. Her clothing was weird, and you couldn't determine her age.
You're finally here. To be honest, I had some doubts if you would be coming at all. But here you are. You look exactly as he described you, and you come at the exact time that he predicted. Accurate, to the minute. He never ceases to amaze me.
Who are you?
Oh, right. You must be pretty confused. I'm just the owner of this establishment. Nice to meet you. You're here because an acquaintance of mine wants to meet with you here to chat about something. He didn't say what it was, only that it was important information for your sake. He hasn't arrived yet, but he will come in shortly. Let's not stay here outside. Who knows who could be watching? Come in. It will be better if we wait for him inside.
This is very strange. You didn't feel any danger, so you followed her. Am I fucking Spider-Man? My sense, my tingle wasn't going off? And there were very few sources of light inside. You were seated in one of the only two chairs in the room in front of a strange round table. A few minutes later, you started to feel dizzy. It was hard to breathe because of the strong smell of incense. Hope the person I'm supposed to meet here doesn't make me wait for too long. There were hundreds of trinkets and talismans chaotically distributed all around the walls, although you couldn't appreciate the details since the room was almost pitch black. You then focused your attention on the table in front of you. There was a crystal ball on it. A few uncomfortable seconds happened in complete silence. Then the woman sat in front of you. Oh, what the fuck?
Do you see me in my magical ball?
She sat in front of me or like transitioned her spirit into the orb? How did this happen? You decided to break the silence. Can you tell me what's going on?
Be patient. He told me he would get here shortly. Once he's here, all your questions will be solved. While we wait, I can read your future through tarot cards.
I mean, if you insist.
Good. Let's see what fate has stored for you then.
The woman closed her eyes and shuffled the cards in a strange way, mumbling something to herself. Next, she opened the eyes and moved the extended deck towards you. The only thing you could see was the back of the cards. They all looked the same. It's that dark in here? Holy shit.
Pick one, if you please.
Alright, I'll take one. You touched one of the cards. She then flipped it. The Fool? Oh, fuck.
The Fool. And it's reversed. Not a good omen, this one. Like a kid dancing near the precipice, the Fool doesn't see how dangerous of a position he finds himself in. I wonder what sort of unknown forces has this fool unchained to be in such tribulations.
Did you pick another? Okay, so obviously this is either in reference to what we were doing with the Men in Black, which is the most likely, or it's what I'm doing right now, being in the shop waiting for this guy. But I'm just gonna assume it was the former. You randomly pointed to another card from the few that she was showing to you. She nodded, raising slightly an eyebrow.
Ah, a good one. The Lovers.
Shit, you talking about us right now? You talking about you and me? You freaky. It represents relationships and choices. Perhaps a decision that you've already taken, or one that you'll have to take. Just remember that all decisions demand a sacrifice. Don't choose lightly. Could you pick another card, please? Okay, so that's not at all what the Lover's card was then. He pointed at a card far away from the last one. Oh, fuck, not the Tower.
The Tower. An interesting card. Like the Tower of Babel of old myth, mankind tries to reach the heavens, and they are punished. An omen of destruction. that we've brought onto ourselves by stepping into the forbidden. I must admit, this has been most interesting. It's been a while since I saw a combination of cards like these. Another one? Yeah, sure, why not? How many cards do we typically pick? One card in particular picked your attention. Pointed towards it. That's a card? In my deck for me? Nah, reshuffle it. I draw all the same cards in the same order. At that point, I just like, alright, you got it. You got it for sure. A tense atmosphere suddenly invaded the room. She's like a photorealistic ghost skeleton apparition is gonna enter this room. And then I see a spirit Halloween skeleton prop swing into the room, and he's like jiggling and laughing. He's got a little voice box on him. He goes, I really like that visual. Can we get someone to render that out in Blender? A tense atmosphere suddenly invaded the room. Don't worry. As macabre as it may look, the card of death doesn't mean what most people think. Oh my god, the spirit Halloween skeleton's gonna swing through the room. It means that something is coming to an end. Something ends, and a new thing begins. Wow. Good talking with you, man. You kind of interrupted our whole thing. I'm a little mad about that. I was wanting to hear more about the death card, but alright, yeah, just interrupt everything. These damn terrorists always need... No, okay, that sounds like terrorist. These damn terrorists always need to find a double meaning on absolutely everything. But we both know what death really means for you, don't we? Who the hell are you? You can call me Mr. Green. What I am is not really that important. What is important is that I have information for you. And excuse me for being late. It takes her some time to pick up the phone when I call. You can call me Mr. Green. How did you know about those men? Well, obviously because I am God. What? Otherwise, how would I know everything before it happened and arranged it all so you came here? Or maybe I'm just on a very high place, like someone cleaning the windows of a skyscraper. And from where I am, I can see a bit more than those that walk on the street. He's like a four-dimensional being. That's kind of hype. Those who attacked me are like you. Not like me. Not at all. But I know them well. Who they are and what they want. But you wouldn't be able to understand their motivations even if I told you. Who are your platelets? What do they want? To heal an open wound? Contain an infection? Or more appropriately, they are at home, enjoying the breeze coming from an open window. They don't want disgusting flies getting into their house. But enough with these inconsequential chit-chats. There's no need to be timid here. Just ask me the question you've been dying to ask. How do I stop this? What's really going on here? If you gaze into the abyss, those inside gaze... Okay, I'm so tired of hearing this quote in every form of media ever. You would witness the things that should not have been witnessed, and the stopper of the things that should not have been stopped. Now they have their eyes on you. Do you want to stop it? Then you need to walk out of the forbidden place you've gotten yourself into, but not through the same window you entered last time. They shut that one down. Luckily for you, they've just opened another window right now. You need to go there, walk out, and close it behind you. Not hard. Where is this new window? You didn't even blink before answering. Truly remarkable. I've arranged your trip already. Just walk out of this place. And then he was gone. It felt like an instant to you, but your body felt tired, as if it had been hours. You looked around but couldn't find the woman that was there with you. Weird. Okay, I like that. Like, I like the idea of this guy being some fucking like he just thunders in like this omniscient being, and he's like, I can get you out. But like, why would he offer to get me out? What does it matter to him? I guess maybe he just wants to interfere with their business. He doesn't like them. And so he's trying to like stop this weird Men in Black thing from happening. And so I guess by getting me out, but what entails getting me out that would stop these guys from coming for me? Like, I don't know. They're doing a good way of like keeping me somewhat interested in wanting to know how this is going to play out. But at the same time, certain things throw me off a bit. You walked out of the shop. Same guy in the taxi? No way. As soon as you stepped out, the taxi arrived.
What did you tell him? I should have never trusted you.
What are you talking about?
Oh, now you're going to play innocent? Do you even know how long I've been trying to keep that thing away from my family?
I was so close to end this nightmare once and for all, and now because of you, I'm back to the beginning.
He remained silent for a second, his rage now depleted, transforming into sorrowness.
Here I am screaming at you. It seems that still I've learned.
What the fuck is this? It seems that still I've learned my lesson? What? Okay.
Just get in the damn car. Let's get this done with.
Where are we going?
Doesn't matter. We go where he has told me to bring you. End of the story. The only thing that you get to choose is if we do it the easy way or the hard way.
Okay. Getting in the car. Got it, man. Willing or not, you were on your way to somewhere. There's so much of this that is interesting where it's like, how many decisions do I really get to make? How much of a choice do I really have? Like, could I really have ignored the taxi? Would he have foreseen that? It's interesting. Hours passed while the car drove away from the city, through a seemingly endless and monotonous road. Finally, the exhaustion of the past few days caught up with your body, and you felt very, very tired. So you closed your eyes and quickly fell asleep. And then... Eureka! Ah! The car suddenly swerved. Almost... What the fuck? Dude, this dialogue's getting me tight. The car suddenly swerved and almost made it out of the road. Luckily, the driver quickly corrected the course.
Did you see that?
See what exactly?
I swear to God, there was a big winged thing in the sky flying our way. It freaked me out.
The driver shook his head.
It must have been my imagination.
I don't know. I'll believe you, bro. The car was passing near a small coast town that you hadn't seen before. A bit away from the urbanized area, there was a big lighthouse illuminating the sea. Oh, the tower.
The tower.
Then the taxi took a turn towards it. Shit, did the tarot cards, so are we reading them in reverse then? Or, damn, we gotta be close to them then. Because if we're reverse, we're on 3, going to 1, but if we're not, we're going 3 to 4, and death is close.
We've arrived. Now get the hell out of my car.
Hey man, do you want to chat at all? The driver grunted when realizing you wanted to talk.
I should have known you wouldn't just walk out. What the hell do you want?
What am I supposed to do?
You're asking the wrong man. I've no idea. I guess he'll tell you one way or another, or maybe not. And he just wants you to get stranded here. I couldn't care less. But if I was you, I would try to find a place to stay for the night. Anyway, my job is done now. You get out.
That was the main plaza of the town, located more or less in the center of it. The buildings were old and some had not been taken proper care of, which caused a depressing mood. It was a late night and it was freezing, so it wasn't surprising that there was no one in the streets. Crank me here. I'll just start streaking in the streets and see if the cops do anything about it. As expected, the taxi left right away as soon as you stepped out of it. You felt a mixture of anger and sorrow coming from the driver as he drove away. And there you were, in a strange town in the middle of nowhere, a situation that felt eerily familiar. It's freezing out here. What should I do now? I said find a place to stay, right? Come on. Maybe one of the villagers can help me. You chose a random door and knocked. And I looked at you through a small hole in the door.
Leah? Is that you? Wait, you're not her. What do you want?
I'm lost. Can you help me?
Sorry, but my dad told me not to open to any strangers. Head to the hotel if you need a place to stay. Now go away.
Well, that wasn't very helpful. Yeah, where's the hotel? Oh, giant building that says hotel. Got it. All right. I'm silly. You headed towards the hotel. The place had definitely seen better times, but you welcomed having a refuge from the cold. As you walked in, the clerk made you a signal, asking you to wait while she attended to the phone.
Pleasant Hotel? Hello?
Yo, it's this guy calling. He's reserved me my room. I'm gonna get in my room, there's gonna be a sniper rifle on the thing, and he's gonna be like, take the shot.
Yes. Aha. A room for a single person? Right, that won't be a problem. You'll be paying all in advance. Understood. Okay, I see the money just arrived. That was fast. And when should we expect the guest to arrive? Ah, I see. I'll prepare everything right away then. Thanks for calling us. Bye. Hello, come in please. I wasn't expecting you to come so soon. Your room is ready, of course. It's the first door right after the...
Dude, that's fucking insane. That's crazy. Wow.
Well, of course. I just spoke with your boss, Mr. Green. Based on what he said, I understand you will be staying with us for some time. He asked me to tell you that he already paid in advance, so no need for you to worry about that. And that you should focus exclusively on your task of finding the window. I wonder what he meant with that. There are all sorts of windows in this town. Anyway, good luck.
Something about going to our room. I accidentally double tapped my spacebar, you feel me? The hotel was old and has been better. Yeah, is there anything I can help you with? Have you met Mr. Green before?
Who, your boss? No, not at all. His call a minute ago was the first time we ever spoke. Now that I think about it, it's a bit strange that he knew about this place since we don't even have a website. And he knew my name. I guess he was here on holidays in the past or something. Dude, that's a fun detail. I didn't even catch that. He called her by her name. Unless we didn't see that in the dialogue, but that's pretty crazy. Has there been anything strange recently? Anything strange? What do you mean? Animals appearing butchered, sightings of lights in the sky, someone disappeared, a big winged thing was following our car. You saw the... I shouldn't speak about this so late at night. It's a bad luck to speak about such things when it's dark, and if I do, then I won't be able to sleep. Okay, so this is what he's talking about. They opened another fucking weird thing here. At first it was them feasting on the cattle, now it's this winged creature. There are many guests staying here. Not really. We don't get many visitors, especially not in this time of year, so most of the people spend a single night here while they travel somewhere else. Right now there's just another guest staying for a longer period, some kind of journalist as far as I know. He said he was researching a story here, but I don't know any details. Maybe tomorrow you can ask him.
What can you tell me about this town?
Sadly, this is not a very touristic town. We get very few visitors. Other than the plaza, you may want to check out the lighthouse. It's a bit far from the rest of the village, but the sights from there are beautiful. You can't enter inside though. The mayor decided to lock it because some youngsters kept breaking in to kiss and smoke.
Yeah? Kissing and smoking. Alright, man, they got their priorities straight, I guess. I just want to double back on anything strange. Animals being butchered. How do you know about... No, I shouldn't speak on... Oh, so everything. Hold on, let's check the light question as well. How? Okay, no, all of this is just... She knows. Okay. So everything that was happening in the one town is happening here. Is there something under my bed? Or is that dirt? The room was small and the furniture was very old. Definitely was not looking comfortable. But by that point, you were so tired that you'd have slept on top of a block of cement. How is it possible? I was sleeping all the way here in the car. Your room was a small chamber in the upper floor. It wasn't in the best shape, and the furniture had been around this world for far longer than you. There was a candle burning in the corner, failing to disguise the smell of moisture coming from the wall. Oh god, there's like mold in here. Should I go to sleep? Yeah, right now, man. The bed was surprisingly comfortable, all things considered, or perhaps it was just that you were really tired. In any case, it didn't take long before you fell completely asleep. Daytime transition, hi! Oh my god. So tough. You woke up tired as if you hadn't rested at all. Perhaps it had something to do with the unhealthy smell in the air. There's actually mold in here.
Good morning, I hope you slept well.
Yeah, whatever, lady.
Anyway, if you want information about anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, well I asked everything last night, so that's fun. It's time to explore, dude. I wanted to talk to the journalist that was in the hotel, but... Okay, that's just back in the room again. Are we serious? There we go. Although the sun wasn't shining strongly, it was warm enough to be on the street comfortably. A few old folks walking by looked at you with curiosity. It was clear they weren't used to strangers. Can I go chat with them? Let me go chop it up with the old people. You took a small walk around the town until you were familiar enough with its main locations. The lighthouse in town square? Yeah? 2 spots? Alright, let's go to the lighthouse. Oh. Wow, this is a pretty ass little spot. I like the look of this. Took you a bit of time walking, but you made it to the lighthouse. It was completely deserted. The lighthouse was undoubtedly quite old, but it was in a decent shape. Some parts seemed more recent than others, so you assumed that it had been taken care of. There was a big reef nearby, which was clearly visible in daylight, but possibly not during the night. Interestingly, the locks in the door were rusty, and there were spider webs on the frame, pointing out that it hadn't been opened for quite a while. So I guess the lighting system is controlled remotely. The door was locked and you couldn't open it no matter how hard you tried. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Well, there goes my entire exploration. It took you almost an hour to walk back to the plaza. When you did, you noticed there was a small crowd watching a heated exchange.
I'm telling you, for the last time, leave my kid alone. We don't want to speak to you damn journalist.
But Mr. Santos, people need to know his story. You can't just act as if nothing happened. What if this could help to find others?
Dad, please, just let it go.
No, not now, George. Go back inside. He's just looking to make money by selling up made-up garbage to some weirdos. Oh, fuck. I won't allow my kid to be involved in all that stuff, you hear? We're decent, hard-working people.
Does this guy have a unibrow? What the fuck? Oh no, it's broken. He's just got some crazy inquisitive eyebrows. Got like caterpillars on his face.
I just want to know more about what happened to him.
You want to know what happened? His mother...
Wow, I actually just bombed through all that dialogue with no context. Fuck, that sucks. People quickly dispersed and the argument was over. Hey, can you recount his entire conversation to me? And it was the house of the parent that you saw arguing in the town plaza with another person. Maybe they can tell me what that was all about. You knocked at the door.
That's enough. I told you to never come near my... Sorry, I thought you were someone else. You're that tourist that's visiting the town, right? The hotel lady told me about it this morning. I'm Samuel Santos, one of the local fishermen. So how can I help you?
Anything you can tell me about the town?
Why the hell are you asking me that? I'm not a guide. Sorry. We don't have many tourists, and I don't want people saying that I was rude to the first one in months. If you want to know more about this town, you should ask the lady that runs the hotel. You'll have to excuse me, I work at night and I should be sleeping right now.
That guy would have flipped if I came up to him and I went, "Hey, can I talk to your son?"
What?
It's like, what? Fuck no. Alright, well obviously we gotta chat with him. What's going on?
That damned hillbilly. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Hopefully we didn't disturb you with our heated discussion. I'm Thomas Jackson, a reporter from 14 Report. I arrived to this town about a month ago, and yet I hadn't seen your face before. You visiting too? What brought you to this forgotten place?
Just doing some tourism. I'm researching something as well.
You don't look like a scientist. Are you a fellow journalist?
A look of suspicion crossed the man's face as he stared at you, his eyes fixed on yours for a few seconds.
I know many colleagues, and I'm pretty sure I've not seen your face before, but I've seen faces similar to yours. You've been contacted, am I right? Something told you to come to this place?
What? Oh, he knows? Yes. How do you know?
I've heard about other people in your situation. I've even met a couple, enough to recognize that something's going on with you. The white part of your eyes has a strange yellowish tone, and your skin looks pale and dehydrated. The signs of strong anemia, but doctors won't be able to find the exact cause. It's the strain of being in touch with whatever has taken interest in you, slowly exhausting your body.
Interesting. I guess that checks out with these creatures, they're like what, like vampires almost? I mean, they move about in the day as well. It's not like they're locked to one time, but that would be interesting if they're just vampires. But like they do have these fucking devices and stuff that siphon the blood out of their victims, the cows and the cattle being drained and no blood being left. So that part lines up well. That's interesting as well. So just by them being in contact with us, they drain us just by being near us? They have like a fucking passive drain? Alright. That's why we were so tired and felt still tired when we woke up.
Perhaps if you could explain me a bit more about what happened to you, I could help you.
Took a few minutes to explain recent events to the reporter. First you were reluctant to give details, fearing that he would think you were crazy. But disturbingly, he didn't seem surprised at all by your story, as if he had heard that story many times before.
Sadly, I can only help you by sharing what I've learned from other situations similar to yours. People witness something abnormal, and then they report about strange men in black that appear to harass them. Then, they vanish. In some cases, even people close to the witnesses end up disappearing if they get too involved. Other accounts mention being reached out by something, some sort of entity. That's called Mr. Green. They go by many names. Whatever they are, they seem to choose to appear under a different mask every time. Some witnesses say they've talked with an angel, others are visited by extraterrestrials. Sometimes they even take the shape of ghosts or strange government agents. Many witnesses tend to be given some sort of revelation, like a prediction about something important that will happen. In other cases, they're given a task, and once completed, a few of them went back to their regular life. But let me warn you, most of these stories don't have a happy ending. I shall return to reviewing the notes for my upcoming article, but before you go, can I ask you a favor? As you saw, I've been trying to interview that boy, but his father thinks I'm some sort of con man and won't let me get near him. See, that boy and his mother ran from home 5 years ago. Then, just a few months ago, he just came back without any explanation, and apparently not having aged a single day. Damn, what? That's the day when strange things started to happen in this town. I believe that his testimony could hold key to unraveling what is going on in this town. Perhaps you are luckier than me at dodging the boy's father. If you're able to talk with him, could you ask him what happened on the night that he and his mother left, and why he decided to come back now? This information would be very valuable for my article and for some people that I care about.
Yes, I gotta try to talk to the fucking kid.
Hey, can I talk to you, kid?
It's you again. Be quick, please. I need to go to sleep soon because I work at night. How can I help you?
Have you seen anything strange lately?
Strange? Hold on a minute. You aren't one of those wackos obsessed with UFOs like that journalist, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. His eyes scrutinized you for a moment, searching for some hint of deceit.
In any case, I think we've been talking too much already. I should go to sleep. I want to work tomorrow.
Seems he won't let anyone speak with his son, but he mentioned he won't be at home at night. Maybe I should go to my room and wait, and then come back and prey on his child when it's dark.
Freaky ass shit. Alright, man.
Yeah, I'll go after his kid at nighttime.
The lighthouse just started working. It's a beautiful sight.
Yeah, I'll go peep it later. Alright. Oh, I clicked the wrong door. God damn it. Why did they make the door to the room look like the way to leave? Alright, where's the kid?
Hi, kid.
I saw you earlier, talking with the journalist. Are you working with him?
No, but I want to know your story.
I'm not sure I'll be of any help, but...
The boy looked around cautiously, making sure that there was no one watching nearby.
My father should be out fishing all night, but it's better if we talk inside. He has many friends and people here like to gossip. I'll be in big trouble if he learns that I was talking with a stranger.
Why did he suddenly shift dispositions? Why is he now eager to talk to me? What changed?
Here, there's no risk of someone seeing us and telling my dad. We shouldn't take too long, though. Some nights he doesn't find any fish and comes back earlier, and often he's drunk and pissed off.
You seem very afraid of him.
Well, you've seen how he is. He made my mother's life miserable until she had no other option than leaving. Although, I guess that since I came back, he's way more chill, just overly protective. I just can't believe so much time has happened.
What made you come back?
I didn't. Would you go back to live with a man like my father?
Well, I guess I did come back, just not on purpose.
I know it sounds confusing, but I don't remember anything at all about these past 5 years. I don't even know what happened to my mom.
Okay, there's all my answers I wanted. Alright, cool talking with you, kid. I just leave.
Maybe it'll be easier to explain if I start from the beginning, the night where the nightmare all began. I came back at dusk after having taken a walk with my girlfriend Leah.
Oh, that's right, he thought I looked like her for some reason.
My parents were arguing in the kitchen again, like every other night. Since the lighthouse construction finished, my father barely earned any money fishing, and he drank every little bit he made. So I went straight to my room, put some loud music on the headset, and tried to focus on my homework. And then I heard a loud crash and a scream, and it was my mom. I came out of my room and found her lying on the ground, covering her face. She was bleeding. I didn't know what to do, so I just stood there frozen in fear. I was too scared to move. My dad didn't even look at me. He just walked out of the house without saying a word. He'd always had a very bad temper, but I never thought he would hit my mom. Well, then I helped her clean the wound and get stitches. She was silent the whole time, but after we were done, she told me that we had to leave immediately. I asked her what I should pack, and she just told me there wasn't time for that, so we would send someone later. My mom and I took the car and we drove out of town. It was late night, and by that point, it was full noon, so I could see the sky clearly. A full moon. Wow, I'm having a stroke reading this guy's sentences. That's when we saw the winged man. Okay.
Oh, shit. All right.
That's when I saw the bat-wing ballsack man in the air.
The bat-wing ballsack man.
It was coming from the lighthouse, looking like a huge black bird of some kind. We panicked as it approached us real fast. My mom tried to accelerate to leave whatever that thing was behind, but it just kept getting closer and closer. I'm not sure what happened next.
God damn it, I keep bombing through this dialogue on accident and it's getting me tight.
Excuse me, this is a very painful memory. What happened next is that thing, it landed in front of us. A pitch black human-like body with huge featherless wings.
Featherless wings, ew.
It had no head coming out of the torso and 2 red eyes shining where the neck should have been. The creature looked at us, and I knew in the instant that I was about to die. I tried to reach out to my mom just to hold her hand before dying, but I couldn't find her. Instead, I accidentally triggered the lights of the car. That startled the monster. It moved its arms to cover its red eyes. I guess I passed out at that point. I woke up, I was in a doctor's office. My dad was there too, no signs of my mom. That was just about a month ago. They disregarded my story, said that those were false memories I had created because of trauma. They also explained to me that it had been 5 years since that my mom and I had left.
Okay, again, if you're the doctor there, because you know this is a small local town, You know the people intimately, and like enough, like, because it's like such a small sample size of people, you know them. And you see this kid magically leave, come back 5 years later, and he looks the exact same, not a day older. You're not going to question that? Am I misunderstanding? He ages, right? Because if he didn't age at all, this is like the craziest red flag ever. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
At first I couldn't believe it, but it's the truth. That night, the monster of the car accident, that all happened 5 years ago. I can't recall anything about the time I was missing. I don't even know where to find my mom. Hell, I had the same clothing I was wearing that night, and I looked the same exact age I had.
Okay, so yeah, no, this is insane.
It's like that time never passed at all. What do you think? It's a crazy story, isn't it?
Who knows? Reality is sometimes strange. There might be some truth to it.
You think so? And you're a more open mind than me. If someone told me that tale, I would have thought he was insane. You know what I really think? I think this is all punishment because I did nothing when I saw my father hit my mom.
No, it's definitely not that. That probably weighs on a kid though. Not doing anything. I think being paralyzed by fear is an interesting response. Maybe it's different for everybody. I feel like it's me. I'm finna cry. I'm like, I turn into Kratos. I might get my ass kicked, but I'll turn into Kratos.
I should have done something. I just stood there paralyzed like an idiot. This is God punishing me.
You were just another victim of your father.
Yeah, me and my mom were. I hope I can see her again. One day. I miss her very much. Anyway, you should be going before my father comes back. I hope you found some value in what I told you, even though I can't imagine how it could be of any help. Can I ask you something in return?
Alright, sure.
My girlfriend Leah, ex-girlfriend now. She studies abroad now, but she came back to visit his parents
Wait, what? She studies abroad now. She came back to visit his parents?
What?
Alright, yeah, for sure. She came back to visit her parents a few days ago.
I tried to talk to her, but she freaked out. Her parents warned me they'd call the police if they ever saw me around their place. If you see her, could you pass her a message from me?
Sure. What do you want me to tell her?
Tell her that I'm sorry I left without saying goodbye. Well, I think we're done here. Thanks for listening to my story.
That has to be crazy, by the way. Fucking you dated someone, they disappear for 5 years, you move on, everything, you grieve the loss of them, and then you see them exactly the same as the last time you saw them. Nothing changed. Dude, that'd be freaky.
You know, maybe the town's doctor can give you more information than me. He was with my dad when they found me. You should speak with him.
Poor kid, he's going through a lot. Maybe I shouldn't leave him in this house. I should call the CPS. You should leave this place. Come with me. Can I help with your father somehow?
Thank you, you're very kind, but I'm no kid anymore, and I can take care of myself. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but I feel like I can trust you. In a few days, I'll be 18 years old.
Oh yeah, get out of that house. Get out.
That day, I'll be leaving this place in search of my mother. I know she's out there somewhere. Now, you really need to leave. We've talked for a lot. My dad could come back in any moment.
Alright. The house looked old and it was a bit dry. Reeked of beer and liquor, probably because of the empty bottles that were piling up in the kitchen. Alright, well, good chatting with you, kid. I get jumped by the father. Oh no, we're chilling. His story was outlandish, but he seemed to believe in every single word of it. Maybe I should do as he suggested and ask some questions to the town's doctor.
Well, how the fuck do I get there, huh?
How fucking I get to the doctor? Oh, just magically it's here now. Okay, awesome.
Excuse me, doctor.
The entrance to the doctor's office was a bleak and desolate place, near a group of houses. The lights were off, so you assumed that it was closed at night. I should come here in the morning if I want to talk to him. God damn it. Alright. When you woke up, you noticed that the door of your room was a bit opened. Strange. I don't remember having left it like that. Sorry, someone entered my room. Were you in here?
Good day to you. We still have some hours of daylight. You should use them to walk around town.
Were you in my shit?
Anyway, if you want information.
Oh, no, she don't know shit. Alright, cool. I'm going to the doctor. Oh, there's Detective Man. Hold on, let's chat with Detective Man. I gotta tell him. You still seem to be carrying an unsettling atmosphere with you, friend. So, did you have any luck talking with the boy? Explain what he told me. You meticulously recounted the boy's explanation word for word. So he said he saw the Dark Angel. That means... The reporter paused his speech abruptly, as if he had suddenly grasped that he might have said too much. That's incredible material for my article. Thank you so much, stranger. If you're still willing to help, maybe you could approach the doctor as the kid suggested. I'd do it myself, but he kicked me out of his office a few days ago as he refused to talk to me ever since. Of course, count on me. Wonderful. Don't hesitate to come back once you find something that could be valuable for my investigation. I wonder if I should be telling this guy all this stuff. I mean, I literally could just not tell him anything, but I don't know. I feel like it's at least interesting to see his perspective on it all and how he feels about it. But yeah, ain't nobody here fuck with him. There was no one in the waiting room, so you headed directly into the doctor's office. The room where the doctor's main office was located had been clearly originally intended as a garage. As you stepped in, the doctor met you with a cold, disinterested glance. Wow. I expected him to be like an old man with glasses, not this. Also, what kind of thug-ass doctor answers anyone who just came in with a, "You're not one of my patients. What are you doing here?" Okay, prick. Fuck, I don't know. I'm here because it's a doctor's office. Why else do you think I'm here?
Ah, you must be that tourist I've heard about. Well, in that case, it's fine. Usually I wouldn't offer my services to an outsider, at least not without charging a huge premium. But the mayor insisted that I should, to see if we can attract more visitors, he said. Summarizing, let me know if you need any help. It's a myriad of instruments and medicine canisters randomly distributed around, leaving just enough space for him and a patient. He felt dizzy from the strong smell of ammonia and cheap disinfectant that's impregnated the whole Wow, what an invasive way of describing that.
So, how can I help you?
Heard about strange events going on.
Seriously? That's your question? I guess that sort of gossip scares city folks. Look, there's nothing to worry about. In towns like this one, where nothing ever happens, people enjoy making up ghost stories to make their lives feel less boring than they really are. I've heard all sorts of rumors about things lurking at night, but that's nothing more than maybe some wild animals looking for food. There's nothing supernatural going on. Oh yeah?
What about the boy?
What about the fucking
Boy.
The boy? I don't know what you're talking about. I just remembered an important call that I need to do right now, so you need to leave immediately.
Hey, jackass.
I said I have no time to talk to you right now. Come back later.
Why is he so evasive of the boy? What do you know about him? Mr. No real shit happening in this place. Get real.
So the doctor's name is Steve Sanchez, apparently. I didn't get his name there, but I just got it. Alright, back to the fucking dude in town square. What's up, bro?
You could detect some pity in the expression. Hopefully you're closer now to the end of your nightmare. What else did you want to talk about? That's it. Okay. Awesome. Maybe I could talk with this guy.
Ah, it's you again. Be quick, please. I need to sleep soon. I got work at night.
Is your wife home? The man's face betrayed a moment of surprise before hardening into a grim expression in a matter of seconds. I have no idea where she is. She left without a word years ago, and I have heard nothing from her since. Excuse me, I should go to sleep now. Enjoy your stay in our town. Alright. Exhilarating. Absolutely exhilarating. A few minutes after you stepped in, you heard someone running away in the corridor. By the time you realized what was going on, the steps had gone silent. But there was something else. They slipped a piece of paper through the door. Everyone is lying to you. If you want to learn the truth, come to the doctor's office at night. The handwriting was unfamiliar, and it seemed to have been done in a hurry. But why leave a note like this instead of talking? Was that person directing you to some sort of trap? Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Yeah, why not? You closed your eyes for what seemed like a second. So what does he mean by everyone is lying? I guess he means that literally every single person here is lying to me, but that would include the reporter, which doesn't seem right. Your dream was interrupted by an unfamiliar, disgusting scent in the air whose source you couldn't identify. A few minutes after the smell was gone. I'm sorry, did someone rip ass? What are you talking about? Smell I couldn't identify. This lady has to think I have the weirdest sleep schedule. The hotel lady looked quite concerned.
Take my advice. You should stay in tonight. There have been some incidents around here after the sun goes down. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you.
Perhaps I could ask her if she saw the person that left me that note. I mean, technically you don't ask her, because he's saying everyone's lying. No, I'm not going to ask her. Despite your concerns, you decided not to raise the topic with the hotel lady. Yeah, I'm going out anyways. Nice chatting with you, lady. Never mind, that's my room. Okay. Dude, I've done this every time. How so are they lying to me? Put me on game, cuzzo. In front of the doctor's office, there was a young girl wearing the uniform of a famous university. She kept staring at you from the distance with a mixture of mistrust and concern in her eyes. Is this the girlfriend of the boy?
I'm glad that you decided to come. To be honest, I had my doubts on if you wouldn't take my note as some kind of childish prank. I'm Leah. Okay, I think this is her. I grew up in this town, but these days I'm studying abroad. Okay, yeah, it is. I heard that you've been digging around George, that boy who reappeared after years of being missing. Is that why the doctor was screaming at you at his office? Am I right? Back on the day, I was very good friends with George, so I've been trying to investigate on my own, and as you may have deducted already, there's something off about his sudden reappearance. goes way deeper than just the unexplainable phenomena that started happening after he returned. That's why I need your help to get proof to understand what's really going on with him.
Proof? What do you need?
Other than his father, the first person that saw George after his reappearance was the doctor. Even more, he ran a complete medical examination on him. So to learn more about what's going on, the doctor's files on George the key.
And you want me to get those files to you?
Exactly. Since he's aware I'm investigating George, he's not letting me into his office, which means that he's hiding the files there. A friend of mine tried to help me. He wasn't able to get the files, but he learned something before being kicked out from the doctor's office. He saw a USB drive that said Santos. The doctor must be keeping the files in there. Bring me that USB. We'll know what's going on with George, if he's even him to start with. And after we've taken a look at it, you can return it to him like nothing happened. I know I'm asking a big favor, but you must be having so many questions that are still unanswered.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why did you send me a note?
Oh, that. Sorry about all the drama and secretism, but my parents warned me about talking with you. If they learn that you're helping me, well, I'd be grounded until it was time to go back to college.
They can ground... You're a grown-ass adult. What are you talking about?
Alright, for sure. Ever since George came back, they're completely paranoid.
Shit, I would be too. I'd be like, what? 5 years go by and he looks exactly the same. Why are you so mistrusting about George?
Well, despite the fact that we were very close, he never tried to reach out to me in all those years. Nobody has a clue of where he lived or what he did or the location of his mother. And on top of that, it's been more than 5 years and he looks exactly the same as the last day I saw him. It's as if someone else has copied his looks from 5 years ago and is trying to fool us all. I know, it's a silly thought. Ask me, okay.
What do you need the USB for? Am I stupid? She just told me. Any tips on how to get it?
I'm fairly sure that he'd be keeping something like that in his office so he can watch it closely. You should be able to get there if you go as a patient. Then you'll have to find a way to distract him and search for the USB while he's not looking.
Okay, well, I'll come soon with the USB.
Good. We can meet here again at night. The window of my room points here, so I'll come here if I see you approaching.
After wishing you good luck, she walked away. Okay, so I gotta sleep again. Damn, this is a really, tedious cycle of day and night and day and night. Just pass the time on its own already. I also keep randomly checking this lighthouse just to see if anything changes. I don't think anything will. I think eventually we'll get the key to it, but not yet. Oh, and my game crashed. Marvelous. But I've become acquainted with the keybinds. You know, after a few crashes, you become the expert. You become the Lisan al-Gaib of restarting the game. Call me the goat. While waiting to fall asleep, you heard voices coming from the walls whispering your name, but after an hour or so, the voices vanished. Perhaps it was all just a dream. Nah, they were talking about me. They love to gossip about a real one. Come on, they couldn't help themselves.
They said, "Oh my god, did you see the man?
Yeah.
The absolute beast of a man in that bedroom?"
Yeah.
Like that beast of the man, that 7'12",
Yeah.
900 pounds of pure lean muscle creature.
Yeah.
Now, realistically, if this guy was built like that, there is no way he's struggling with any of these guys. Those guys pull up to him, they look up, and they're like, holy shit. He's like the new comic run of Bane. He's just fucking this creature. No way they're touching this guy. When you open your eyes, you'd swear that your things had been moved around while you were sleeping. Maybe it's just no, it's not your imagination, dude. Be a normal human being for once and be like, let me set up some stuff to know if they are invading my personal space. The hotel lady has dark circles around her eyes. Yeah, because she was fucking with me while I was sleeping.
Stop looking at me like that. Yes, I barely couldn't get any sleep last night. I saw some kind of big bird through the window and scared the hell out of me.
Y'all are just too chill about everything going on here. I would have been left. God damn it, I did it again. But dude, why are they staying in this town? I get it, it's their livelihood and shit, but get the fuck out of here, dude. The reporter was drawing something in his notebook. It seemed strange, a very elaborated symbol inside a circle. When you approached him to talk, he ignored you for a minute while finishing the drawing.
Oh, excuse me, I was distracted. What else did you want to talk about?
Never mind, no, it was nothing. Interesting that you're working on that, though. God damn it, I went back in the hotel.
Take me to the doctor's office, boy. Oh my god, I crashed my...
Oh my god, no. No.
Wow, I saved right here? I'm an expert.
Somehow I just knew you were going to come here to bother me again. Make it fast, whatever it is that you want.
Well, you see, I'm not feeling well.
Aha. Could you describe the symptoms you're experiencing?
I feel very weak. Could it be anemia?
Well, you do have some signs of anemia.
Wait here while I get some vitamins for you. You saw the doctor leave the room and you go somewhere upstairs, Give me that shit, boy. I'm taking that thumb drive. I should search for that USB before he comes back. You quickly went through the drawers of his desk, which were filled with regular-looking medical files. Then you noticed something lying on the table. This must be it. It is the family name that the girl mentioned, Santos. Why did the doctor have it just lying there? Maybe he's been adding new information lately. You quickly hide the USB in your pocket. It's when the doctor came back.
Sorry for the delay. I wasn't sure where I had placed this, but it should be right. It should be right what you need. Take them, sleep well, and you'll feel better tomorrow.
Place the medicines next to the USB. Hey, is that my USB in your pocket? Can you imagine? Alright, cool. What a beast. I'm glad he at least tapped in on like a doctor side of things. You've got the USB. Now I should meet the girl and give it to her. Alright, well I gotta fucking wait till it's nighttime again, goddammit. When you woke up you heard something like a big bird flying away outside. There were strange marks on the window as if something had been scratching it while you were sleeping. Okay.
So the big bird wants a piece of me, huh? The big bird wants a little bit of this booty. I'd like to see him try. I'd like to see him try to get a taste of this cake.
Pause. God, dude, it's actually insane. It's like I'm just not learning. It's something about this button that makes me think it's the way out, but it's not the way out, ever. Alright, girl, there was a familiar face with Leah waiting for you. Oh, this guy. Wait, he's working with Leah.
Good night, my friend. So you're her mysterious ally. Leah told me that somebody was helping her to get our hands on the files. My instincts told me it would be no one other than you.
Then Leah approached you, evidently hoping to get some good news.
I got the drive, girl. I got it.
So, have you been able to get that USB, right?
Yeah, here it is. You took the drive out of your pocket and handed it over to them. The man pulled out a small laptop from a suitcase and plugged in the USB. He and the girl quickly scrolled through its contents, finally setting in one particular document.
Wait, what the hell is this? The file says it was created 5 years ago.
Wait, what?
No, this can't be right.
Wait, so he knew? What? You rushed to take a look, and although you couldn't make out what all the details were, you instantly recognized what it was. Is it a death certificate? An autopsy report? Shit. An autopsy report of George Santos. How is it possible?
I don't know how to make any sense of this, but here it says that both the boy and his mother died in a car accident 5 years ago.
But nobody in the town knew about their deaths. The authorities told everyone that they had went missing. They can't hide something like this. And if there had been a car accident near the town, someone would have noticed.
Someone wanted to keep this a secret. The doctor was just a part of it. But who could have been behind all this? And what could possibly be the reason to go through so much trouble?
Those aren't even the big question. If this is true and the real George Santos died that night 5 years ago, what the hell is that boy they found? Quickly, open the most recent file. The report of the examination that the doctor did to the boy when he came back.
The journalist took a few seconds of reading a long file filled with text and the result of a different analysis.
It seems the doctor was as surprised as us when the father brought the boy to his office. Apparently the blood analysis proved that the boy has the same exact DNA as George Santos. Damn. I've always heard crazy talk about the government conducting illegal cloning experiments, but I thought it was nonsense.
Keep reading, please. Go to that section, psychological evaluation.
Apparently the last thing the boy remembered was the car accident. His memory of everything before that was perfect, even to the smallest detail. He knew as much about George Santos as the real one. It was as if time hadn't passed for him. He also mentioned some sort of dark-winged creature that attacked him and his mother, causing the accident.
Oh no, I've heard about that creature before. My driver saw it as well.
I'm not surprised you folks know about it. There's been all sorts of reports about sightings of strange things lately.
I'm well aware of all that, but I mean, I've heard about it way before. It all started 5 years ago, just a few weeks before George and his mom went missing. The lighthouse construction had just recently been completed, and since there had been strange rumors going on among the kids in our school, some said they seen a winged monster at night roaming around it, and that it was a real reason why the fish were disappearing. I thought it was silly, of course. The fish population was declining due to the pollution caused by the increased number of ships passing through. George wasn't so sure. That day, just hours before he disappeared, we had broken into the lighthouse to dispel his suspicions. We found nothing, of course, but I swear that while we were there, I felt something truly evil watching us. I don't know how to describe it. I became very scared. Even if we were alone in the middle of the day, that feeling came to me like a flash.
A sudden and unexplainable sensation of dread. A phenomenon that many witnesses of the Fortean claim to have experienced just prior to their encounter.
I was on the verge of having a panic attack, so we quickly left and each went to our own houses. Do you think that perhaps the creature, got a scent and followed him? After he and his mom went missing or died in a car crash, all the rumors of sightings and strange events just disappeared. Maybe the monster just wanted to claim a victim.
Whatever the case, it's obvious that the lighthouse is the source of all of this. Years back, the strange sightings started when they built it. And now they start again when the boy has found on it. We need to get in there.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to count me out. Wait, so the boy was found by the lighthouse? That's concerning. I can't help you on this anymore.
What? You want to leave the investigation now that we're so close? Don't you want to know what really happened to your friend George?
Okay, really, the responsible thing is don't pressure her, man. But I mean, you want to know, right? You want to know. So don't pressure her. But I'm really thankful for your help, but it's just too much for me. I need to process all this. All these years I've been angry at George, thinking that he had left me here without a word, wondering if he was
For 5 years you were hung up on it? You didn't get over it at all? You didn't move on?
To think that he really was dead. I just can't keep on going. It hurts too much. I think it's better if I forget about it all and leave this cursed town for good. I wish you the best on bringing light to this whole deal, but my decision is taken. I'm out.
I understand. I wish I would be wise enough to know when to let it go, but I just need to get to the end of it. I thank you very much for your contribution. We'll make sure your effort isn't wasted.
Thanks to you as well. Although it was hurtful, I'm glad that now I know what really happened to George all those years ago. I don't think we'll see each other again, so it's time to say goodbye for good.
Wait, before she leaves, should I give her the message that boy asked me to pass to her? There's something George told me.
George? I don't know what the hell's really going on, but there's no way that boy's him. George died in a car crash. There's nothing the imposter can say that would change that truth.
Said he was sorry for not being able to say goodbye.
Perhaps I should go to say goodbye to him before leaving.
She walked back home and eventually disappeared in the distance. He would never see her again. I hope she finds the peace she's looking for. Yeah, some kind of closure. It seems now that it's just you and me then, friend. We need to finish what we started. I can feel we're very close to the end of it. It's been a rough night, and this late it might not be safe to go to the lighthouse. Meet me there in the lighthouse during the day. I'll be waiting for you.
Alright, cool. We're coming to the head of the game. The head of it all. I'm ready to see it conclude.
The journalist was sitting in the nearby beach and waved at you as soon as you reached the lighthouse's door. Good morning, friend. I'm glad you decided to come. Unfortunately, getting in won't be that easy. See by yourself.
No, I know it's not going to be easy. As you tried the door, it became evident that it was securely locked.
Apparently, this place has been locked for years to stop teenagers from breaking in. So unless we find some way to enter, our investigation is doomed. But we've come too far to give up now. Somebody in this town must have the key to this place, but who?
The lighthouse keeper? I don't know.
Unfortunately, this place doesn't have one. It's controlled remotely from kilometers away. Someone would come in only if something breaks, which doesn't seem to happen in a while. And we don't have the time to wait. Somebody in this town must have... Okay, so it's probably the dad then. George's dad. What made you think that? He's just a fisherman, not the lighthouse keeper. And based what we've learned, the lighthouse damaged the fishing business in town. So it wouldn't be a good... Okay, you're right. I'm wrong. My bad.
Leah? Okay, no, I'm fucking with you. I forgot. It's not... Leah's not the lady at the hotel.
Actually, I thought the same. You know, maybe she would want to show this place to tourists or something. So I asked her about it earlier today, and she told me she doesn't have it. In fact, she said that probably no one in the town has the key, since the lighthouse is operated.
Then why the fuck are we having this conversation? If no one has the key, and you've confirmed it, why are you letting me have this inquisitive moment with you? Why not be like, hey, we gotta break it down or something. There's no key according to the people here. Why are you fucking with me? Oh, but you think otherwise. That's why we're... Okay, my bad. I should have just read a bit further.
Somebody in this town must have the key to this place, but who?
Okay, the doctor then? And why would a doctor... I don't fucking know! I don't know!
Because he's respected in the town? Come on, he's just the town doctor. It's not like he's some sort of authority.
The journalist remained silent for a second as if he was wondering if his idea was good or just desperate.
Actually, you're onto something. Maybe there's no way that the doctor has the key, but he knows people who can get it. Remember the documents we saw with Leah the other night? He was one of the people that hid the news about the car crash 5 years ago. So he knows people in high places, and for some reason, don't want any of this to be public. This means we can reach a deal. He gives us the key, and I don't make the files public. That's a great idea. I knew you would like it. I'll wait for you here. I think it's safer if he knows that you have...
I'm having a stroke. I think it's safer if he knows that you're a friend with the files somewhere else. Go talk with him and get the key.
I gotta get the key?
Fucking pain in my ass. Go to the doctor and get the key. Why would the doctor have it? I'm gonna clock you in the jaw and go up this fucking clock tower on my own.
You've got some nerve coming here. Do you really think you could steal from me and I wouldn't notice? That USB had sensitive files for my patients. I demand you return it to me right now.
Well, that's a way to describe it. The doctor's face betrayed a hint of anxiety, but he quickly regained his composure.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know well what was on that USB. The doctor's eyes widened in fear, wordless. Ultimately, he let out a defeated sigh.
Okay. What do you want from me? Money?
I just want the key to the lighthouse.
What? That's ridiculous. Why the hell would I have those keys?
You prefer the files going public? Ask your bosses. Tell them what's at stake. For your sake, you'll find a way.
Wait, I don't have the keys now, but I know someone who can get them to me. I'm not even sure what you're trying to find there anyway. I'll bring the keys to your hotel as soon as I get my hands on them, okay? Just don't send the files to the press, please.
Betray me and they'll see the light of day.
I understand. I'll get the key to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, fuck boy. Now why don't you get to work on this meat? That'd be insane. Why don't you braid my boy? What? I pulled up to him and I'm just like, hey, get to work on my nuts, boy. He's like, what? I'm not even a barber. And I'm like, braid my shit. You walked in, the receptionist gestured to get your attention.
You just missed the doctor. He was here waiting for you not too long ago. Hope everything's alright with him. He seemed really agitated and told me he was going to leave the town and be away for a few weeks.
Did he leave anything for me?
Now that you mention it, yes he did. This key.
Thank you.
I asked him what did it open. He snapped at me and said it wasn't any of my concern. He asked me to tell you that with this you two are even. Well, if there's nothing else, I'll return to my tasks.
Alright, thank you lady, I'm getting out of here. Also wasn't gone that long, by the way. Just putting that out there. Like, there's no way the walk to the doctor's office took me multiple hours, and that he got back there before I got to him. Like, I just don't see that being a possibility. Hello there, pal. Have you been here the whole time? You've got the key, right? Great job. I had some doubts on if the doctor was going to keep his word. I should have trusted that you had everything under control. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Come on, open the door. My instinct tells me that whatever's inside will reveal what's going on in this damn town. Just a giant pentagram on the wall. Hey, I was wondering, perhaps we should do this at nighttime after all. The entity has only been seen at night. At night would be more dangerous. Yes, I know it's more risky then, but it's our best shot. If we go in during the day, we'll most likely find nothing useful. But I mean, I don't want to sound pushy or anything. It's up to you to decide when we go in. Don't worry, whatever you choose, I've got your back. Fuck. Okay, so here's the thing. The tarot card said to get in and get out quietly. Would the fucking lighthouse be the option? Could we not just come back later and hit it at night anyways? The lock gave way as you slid in the key easily, turned the handle and stepped into the darkness beyond. I think we just get in and get out, bro. The inside of the lighthouse was nothing but a spiral staircase that led to the top. Upon reaching the summit, you found a peaceful scene, just a beautiful view of the sea. Turned to the journalist, who appeared just as perplexed as you. I wasn't expecting anything specific, but this looks almost too normal. Let's take a look around. Must be something, clues around, or anything we're missing. You scoured the place with the journalist for anything strange, but came up empty-handed. There was nothing out of the ordinary to be found. Could it be that we were mistaken about the root of the problems being related to this place? But it can't be. The sightings of the winged man, the entity, the reappearance of the boy, the authorities trying to keep this place closed. Everything pointed here. We must have missed something. Do your previous cases offer any insight? Perhaps it's just the time of the day. The time of the... Of course, how could I have been so dumb? You're completely right. Let me explain. I've interviewed many individuals in the past who have reported meeting entities similar to the one the boy described, a huge winged man. Tell me more about it. More? Well, there's a theory that says the creatures appear before a catastrophe is about to occur. For example, there have been stories of similar sightings in the nights leading up to the Chernobyl and Fukushima disasters. Some say it's some sort of warning, but I'm not so sure. There's one detail that all the witnesses' testimonies had in common. The sightings occurred at night. So we just need to wait a few hours until it gets dark. Alright, let's wait. So you and the journalist sat on the ground and waited for the sun to go down. We're so fucked. We're so screwed. That tarot card told me to get the fuck in and out, and now my death is imminent. It's here for me. Spent hours here until it was late at night, but nothing happened. I don't understand. I was totally convinced that here at night we would find the winged man. Just like that. Realistically, how would we survive? Have you thought this far? How would we survive if it was him? Then he abruptly fell silent, realizing he had said something he shouldn't have. Just like that time? What time? What? No, I meant...
Tell me what's going on right now. I guess there's no point in trying to keep a secret. The truth is, I've not been completely honest with my reasons for trying to find this entity. Yes, I have seen the winged man before when I was a kid. It's a bit of a long story. Do you really want to hear it? It could be useful for the case, so sure. It was a long time ago. I was just a kid. Night had fallen and I was out in the backyard with my little sister, killing time until our parents returned from work, just like any other night. I was goofing around with a stick I had found, pretending it was a sword and teasing my sister with it. She hated it. At one point, she reached out to grab it from me and accidentally cut her hand on a sharp edge. She started crying and, that's when we saw it. A dark figure hovering above us like a spot of pitch black darkness in the middle of the starry night, headless, making no sound. The winged man. Then me and my sister suddenly collapsed onto the ground, motionless. I thought she had passed up. When my parents rushed her to the hospital, we learned that she had suffered a brain aneurysm, and to this day, she remains in a coma. Both my parents and the psychologist dismissed my story, said it was just a fabrication of my imagination created to cope with the traumatic event. So I moved on as best as I could, lived my life, went to college, got married, and eventually started to work at a well-regarded newspaper. Over many years later, I heard stories that others had seen the same entity. Many just attention-seeking idiots, liars. But the description of the winged man were just too similar. There had to be some truth to it. I became obsessed. All my time and energy went to research every report of the winged man. I started to miss days at work so I could visit the places where the witnesses lived. I barely was home. It wasn't long until I got fired and my wife asked for the divorce, but I didn't care. Finally, I was free to go to work to a trashy magazine where I could focus on researching the sightings of the winged man. Because if I can find it, if I can understand what it is, then perhaps I can bring my sister back from her coma. That's kind of cool. I wonder if this is about the tarot card with like the sacrifice. Right? He's giving up this sacrifice, or what you would call it, everything he has in exchange for this knowledge, this truth. It was 9 years ago. 9 years of going from place to place, always to hear the sightings stopped weeks or months before I arrived. This is the closest I've ever been to seeing the winged man again. I was so convinced it would appear. No sense on lamenting over it, I guess. As he spoke, the journalist leaned on a rusty railing. Ouch, damn it. Oh God, you fucker, you doomed us. Suddenly, he withdrew his hand in pain. You realized he had accidentally cut himself on something sharp. Of course, it wasn't just the night. And then the atmosphere shifted, and an overwhelming sense of fear took hold of you like never before. My sister had just been cut, and the boy's mother had been beaten. It is here. Holy shit. It's coming back. At this pace, it'll bring this whole place down. Turn on the light, boy. That was the mechanism of the lighthouse beacon. Perhaps I can create a flash of light to scare that thing. The circuit is all messed up. Maybe I can fix it. Boom. Bam. Bang, bang. Turn that bitch on. Thank you. We about to kill this dude. Did we get him? The machine emitted an eerie sound before shutting down, plunging you and the journalist into complete near darkness. I don't see that thing anymore. Sudden burst of light must have scared it off. That was smart. For a moment I thought we were goners. Although I can't shake the feeling that there's something off about all this. Well, I guess that's not important right now. Let's focus on getting out of here. The journalist appeared to be lost in his own thoughts, his attention somewhere else. I don't know about you, but my intuition is telling me that something is not right about what just happened. The winged man could be back any time. With the lighthouse dark, the sea was cast in shadow, and it was nearly impossible to see anything. But you were certain that the winged man had vanished, because the overwhelming terror that you had felt is gone. We were lucky. A few more hits and the structure would have collapsed. You descended through the stairs, heading to town. Well, if we broke the lighthouse, technically it doesn't work now, so maybe we're chilling, I don't know. You and the journalist ventured forth to the town, and the journey took longer than expected. It was hard to find the right path in the darkness that enveloped everything now, that the lighthouse wasn't working. The journalist maintained an unsettling silence throughout the trip. It was obvious he wasn't in the mood to talk. Finally, you made it to the town's plaza. I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways for the day. Sorry if I don't want to talk right now, but I always thought that the day when I met that entity again would be the day that I would get all the answers. What, you thought he was gonna sit down and have a fucking interview with you? And I would get a chance to make my sister wake up from her coma. It's ironic that everything that has happened, I'm back where I started, more clueless than before. Guess I need some time to process everything that we've gone through today. Speak again in the morning. Walked in the hotel, leaving you alone with your thoughts. Does this mean I'm finally safe? I don't know, man.
You're so tired you walked directly to your room and fell asleep in your bed almost immediately. First time in a long while you slept peacefully, without any of the terrifying nightmares that had plagued you lately. The tranquility of your restful sleep was briefly interrupted by a distant noise and vibration in the walls, but it quickly subsided. So you quickly fell back asleep until the sun rose. I don't know if I'd go back to sleep, but alright. Took me quite a while to wake up. I wonder what time it is. You headed downstairs to the lobby.
Am I free?
Oh my, how is something like that even possible in these days? The hotel lady appeared quite agitated that morning. Felt something was amiss, but she attempted to hide any signs of distress as soon as you walked in.
Good morning, dear. By the way, did you meet the reporter who's staying here, I believe?
Yes, he's my acquaintance. I don't know who you're talking about.
Really, that's a bit strange. He left early this morning and won't be coming back. He asked me to convey his apologies for not being able to bid you farewell in person. Let me know if I can help you with something else.
Did he say why he had to leave so fast?
Not really. He seemed quite distressed. Actually, I overheard him talking to someone on the phone earlier today. It seems that his sister died last night. Damn. Poor guy. Let me know if I can help you with something else. Wow.
Did he leave another message from
Actually, yes, almost forgot about it. Before leaving, he asked me to tell you something a bit strange. It all was a big joke for their amusement. Cryptic, isn't it? I wonder what he meant. Let me know if I can help.
What the fuck? Oh, it was a big joke for their amusement.
Today, I'd advise you not to go anywhere near the beach. They're still looking for bodies.
Bodies?
You haven't heard?
Well, see for yourself. She pointed to a nearby TV. Fatal accident at sea. Back to our aerial view of tragic situation as it continues to develop. For the viewers that just joined us, before sunrise, a cruise ship has collided with a reef. Rescue teams are on site trying to locate any survivors. Witnesses have reported that local lighthouse, which should have been indicating the reef's position, was off for reasons unknown. So far, the main cause seems to have been electrical failure of sorts. There were no signs of sabotage or vandalism. The scale of the disaster is currently unknown, but more than 50 dead bodies have already been found, and it's estimated that over 100 passengers are still missing. You departed the town several hours later and returned home. Your life returned to normal after that. Nothing out of the ordinary happened to you ever again. But in the years that followed you often recalled that moment at the hotel watching the news. You recalled the thought that had struck your head with an unshakable certainty. There was no meaning to anything that happened. This is what they wanted all along. They wanted this? The end. What? What the fuck? I'm confused as hell. They wanted us to do that? Hold on, where's my save at? Is it before that happened at night? Damn, they saved there? Oh my god. Okay. What the fuck? I'm confused, dude. I really want to know more about what the goal was. He said it was all a game to them. Obviously, I guess he's in reference to the Men in Black or just the events going on, because what he's here in the events regarding the Winged Man. But the Winged Man, is that a part of the... Well, no, it has to be a part of the whole thing. Okay, so we know that there's this weird thing that happens with cattle and all of the odd things happening. At least the cattle is the one consistent thing. I don't know if it's about the bloodless cattle. I don't know if that part was the exact same, but let's say that random disappearances of cattle, strange things are happening in both of these two different cities, these towns. And then, so it's safe to assume that the Men in Black have their hands in both sides of this stuff. The Winged Man has to be a byproduct thereof, of both of these things. Maybe they're giving blood to it, feeding blood to it. It's like a form of sacrifice or whatever. I wonder... No, I probably did it wrong. Because at least according to the tarot and Mr. Green, I was supposed to get to that instance of stuff, and then get out, close the door, and leave quietly. So maybe the right option is to run instead of turning off the thing, because if that's still on, the lighthouse works. But then there's the catch of the Winged Man would just get us. Would he not just fucking scoop us up? Because I'm trying to think, maybe the other thing that happens is that main dude we were working with gets a brain aneurysm, he goes into a coma, and then his sister gets out, or we get out. Regardless, we get out, and then the cruise ship crash doesn't happen, and Mr. Green's like, good shit. I don't know though. Very confusing. I don't know what to make of that ending. I mean, technically, we got bro out. We got the main character out. He's safe now. But we don't really have answers other than the fact that it was all a game to them. And what, their grand plan was us turning the light off to then kill more people? Or was it simply just for amusement? It was just like, let's see how many people will die in this system that we've created, this thing that we've done. Really strange. Overall, I mean, minus the crazy problematic typos that I saw and like hard to read dialogue that I had to reread some lines multiple times because I just kept misreading it. It was solid. I think the story's interesting. I just wish that conclusion was a bit stronger because I don't think there's a way for me to get a different ending without playing through this whole thing again, which I just do not feel like doing. But if anyone knows more about the story of this, let me know. Drop some lore in the comments because I'm interested to learn a bit more about this. Anyways, that was It Could Happen to You, I believe. Solid little experience.